One, and you should be going.
Okay. And welcome back to Brine and Tide. Uh, Previously, the party dealt with the aftermath of freeing the island from the Cambions cult, or well, Cambions schemes, and dealing with the aftermath of Ventralk's assassination by the lingering claw of the Eyes in the Deep, the Aboleth, the faceless stalker. Um, but in his death, he left a note and a scroll to Rayan explaining that he was to blame for the group's arrival on the island, although Rayan hasn't shared this letter with anybody else. Um, Also, leaving behind a fine familiar scroll, summoning a scarlet hummingbird, a vampiric subspecies of hummingbird from somewhere across the plains. And uh, there was an interrogation of Vothel, the former pirate spy, well, former pirate turned spy, as thanks to some intensive, just the sheer force of will of Quiet Hearts and the intimidating presence of Anchor managing to pry out quite a bit of information from her, learning about Captain Grin, the a well-feared pirate captain among other pirates, and learned her connection to Gleaza was perhaps a bit more intimate than just a business deal. And
Yay!
um oh, also I forgot, also there was the added intimidation factor of a Corona leaning through the window, just glaring silently.
That's what I do.
Party talked a bit among themselves. There was a discussion in the next morning after everyone had taken a much needed rest after the long day that started across the island, running across the water to get into the palace, and ended with, fighting a shape shifting assassin back in the village. But plans started to be laid out as the village was now for sure known to be the target of an incoming pirate fleet. 3 ships bound with the intent of subduing and subjugating the island to resume ore mining. But typically, more than likely, with the village of either Moonscale and Rondo both being the slave labor for it. But we left off with the group kind of, can't remember exactly where we left off, but we left off with the group waiting to hear back from Orovir and Kano as they were going to join you at the Oddcake Hive. So
Yeah, I suppose the next question is how long it takes for them to return, and is there anything we could be doing in that spare time to help the village prepare?
Yeah, we're making lots of traps and helping people be aware of where the traps are, so that way they don't fall into the traps. Thus keeping pirates from falling into the traps, and also getting them hurt.
Yeah, there was multiple things that was discussed. Like, Rieko, you were going to talk with Susanna, the kind of the head of the hunters for the village, because she and the others know the landscape around the village the best. So, yeah, you can discuss that with her. We're not going to do any preparation rules yet for the actual preparation, because that will, that's going to be a little bit mechanically different as we're doing the 7 samurai prepare the village for the attack.
I guess the easiest way to inform the villagers not to step here is just put down signs, and then remove the signs later when it's time.
Yeah, true. But you're not actually
spy.
Yeah, you won't actually start making the traps yet, because I'll just say it. it won't take long before maybe an hour or two later, as you're chatting around, talking with people, discussing what could be done, when kind of hurriedly you see Orville kind of barge in from like the northern gate of the town, just kind of like panting a bit, as it seems he might have sprinted here after maybe not sprinted, but ran here after receiving the animal messenger from the village druid. It doesn't take him long to show up.
Excuse me.
Anyone wants to talk to him since Amon's not present.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But
Send the ninja who hates samurais to talk to the samurai.
Yeah, that'd be
I
the dumb thing to do.
He's barely sending anyone. He just bursted into the clearing and
yeah, it's just more like he just got back to the village, and he's a big enough guy that he wasn't like hard to miss.
Judging by your choice of wording, he doesn't seem panicked at all, right?
No. It's more like just someone who ran, a good distance. It's not like panting out of like panic. It's panting out of, exercise.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I can't do it. All that's coming to mind is this opening with "Foolish Samurai."
all right.
it opened with that.
Orville?
And hearing you, he'll look over and see. I'll just say most of you are there. We'll be like,
We're there.
oh yes. And he walks over.
I mean, we're eating breakfast, at least from what I remember.
And, this would be like an hour or two after we left off last time, because I was just speeding ahead to when he got here.
Right.
Hey, Orville, we're preparing to go deal with the Uncake today.
Oh, I was not expecting you all to get back so soon, but I'm
Magic.
ready if you are. I figured, since looks at Chrono, only one of you can sprout wings, or has wings. And no, wait, it goes, only two of you have wings or can sprout them, because I think he's seen Quiet Hearts do the wing jump.
Yeah.
Wait, Orville didn't go north alone, right?
No, he went with the moon scale that were going back to their village, but they were detouring so they can stop with Jairus and Pislop at the Marician outpost. Here, I'll go back to the island. Yeah, currently, Orville, he'll actually go, left Jairus and the little Pislop back up at the that workshop you cleared out.
Oh, okay.
They're scavenging. Already found some interesting stuff. Well, interesting by their standards, I guess. I'm not kind of shrugs. Engineering isn't exactly my thing. But he seemed excited, so. But so what's this about, an invasion? The Marlene's bird wasn't exactly too informative.
Do you know of a pirate captain named Grimm?
Captain Grin. Actually, let me roll. See if he does. Oh, he actually rolled decently. He goes, I think so, pirate captain. Known for not really leaving survivors, I think, if I remember right.
According to our captive, she is very fond of eating people.
Oh, that would kind of hard to see a black dragonborn frown considering the skull-like nature of their faces, but he does get that, like, he does frown, but then he goes, "Captive, I heard Marlene mentioned something about a spy. Who was it?"
Carpenter. Or was the
Oh!
Weaver?
Did you find the spy?
Yeah, we found the spy.
They were taken in the other night.
Yeah,
Where are they?
during that morning chat, I think Matilda and Anchor mentioned that she was interrogated.
Well, I
Yeah.
remember people.
there was-
I remember Mom specifically not telling Rayan what happened.
Yeah,
That's true.
but there was
we
also
kind of collectively decided not to tell you.
Also,
And
you were there for the big powwow where the Anchor
Bunch
and
of-
the people got together.
and a bunch of people
Yeah,
were
that's
specifically calling.
Right.
It's like, what are we going to do about her? She betrayed us. We need to string her up. That people were mentioned her, and Matilda very specifically goes, her fate's not to be discussed right now. We have other things to decide right now. Then we'll decide what we do with the traitor later.
Mhm.
So, and Oliver kind of frowns with Bothell. Didn't speak with her much. And he kind of looks around the village because the village is like 2.5 2,500 people, around 250 people.
Mhm.
So he goes, but I haven't spoken with everyone here.
If it's any consolation, she appears to be serving more out of fear than loyalty.
Without even the reputation of Captain Grin, that's how a lot of the Federation captains run their ships.
Even so, she did give up a few details, so we're not completely out of the know.
I'm gonna talk to her.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm gonna talk to her.
Did you say that out loud?
Yes.
I don't think she will divulge much more if she knows any more.
No, it's not going to hurt to try.
On Quiet Hearts. You do know that Anchor said that only people who can talk to Vothel, he told the guards, can only talk to her if either him or you are present.
Gotcha. It's like they will turn to look at
He
Rand
kind
and
of
say,
deputized Quiet Hearts,
Yeah.
sort of.
Anchor made it quite clear that anyone wishing to speak with the captive would need either him or myself present.
I'm not saying I want to go without somebody. I
I know.
just wanted to try.
So, get Oliver up to. Just say up to snuff isn't the right phrase. Fuck.
Speed.
Speed. Thank you. Up to speed, and then prepare for our journey to the Ankeg.
Well, I can go talk to her real quick. It's not going to take all day.
And Orvir kind of nods and goes, we're still waiting on Khan, though, although.
Okay. Would you prefer me or Anchor go with you?
I'm good. I'm good with whichever. Which do you rather do?
Just blanks. Just I have no strong preference, but she might be more comfortable with me.
All right. I wouldn't mind having you there.
So they will nod and then re-equip their armor.
You have you do that trick where you manifest, you summon your armor.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Orvir's just gonna. Sorry, go ahead.
So it's not really summoned, it's just the armor is bonded to me, so it just, it's vague, but it sounds like it Tony Stark's on.
Saying that, Orville would be like, "Oh, that's a useful trick."
I have imbued this armor with my magic. It would only work with this armor for the time being.
Still saves you quite a bit of time, though, huh? He says, also wearing heavy armor.
They nod slowly and say, "Yes."
You and Rain are gonna go talk to Waffle.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Yeah.
Just
Talk.
hanging out,
Apparently
doing
so.
preparation stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So you go over, and there's a pair of people standing outside the door of the hut. Not really a door. It's just like a pelt. But they kind of tense for a moment, seeing people walk up, but they recognize you, Quiet Hearts, and one of them goes, "Going to talk to her again?"
Just nods. One of the other members of my party wish to speak with Waffle.
And they give a nod, and one of them stands aside, and they let you enter.
Excellent.
And Waffle's in there, still in the same position. Well, sort of the same position. It looks like she's shifted a bit, just trying to get more comfortable as comfortable as you can with your arms handcuffed or manacled behind you.
Yeah. Hello.
But she's just kind of sitting there, head down, doesn't really look up when you step in.
Okay, then she's gonna hear in her head. Hello.
There's like a twitch as she lifts her head up and looks up, sees the two of you. More questions?
I'm gonna activate tech thoughts.
I have none. I have no questions for you at this time, but Rayan does.
What is her surface level thoughts?
Surface level thought is, all right, here we go again.
Rain is she like behind bars or
Nope, this looked to have been just like a simple hut, where it was just, and she is handcuffed to what is basically the support, the center pole that holds up the building.
Okay. I hear you were involved with Gayaza and the pirate.
Yes, and you hear the skimming thought. It's just it would be as if she muttered it under her breath, but you hear, "Not that I ever met the devil bitch."
Oh, okay, that's something. Did you
And
know
all
anything
she
about
says out loud is just yes.
Okay. Did you know anything about the creature they were working with?
And she just kind of goes, "Creature? Oh." And in her mind's eye, it's not really like you hear words. It's you get that flash of the three eyes.
Yeah.
As she goes, "Oh, the thing from the dreams." Sorry, what was your question, Nora?
Did she know anything about it?
And she goes, "Just that I finally been able to get mostly a good night's sleep now that it's gone."
It still affected your dreams as well.
I lived here for several years, didn't I?
Yeah, but you were working with them.
She kind of gives you this like look of just like, where are you getting at with this? And she just, in her head, there's just that unspoken thought of probably too, she's mostly just thinking, I wasn't worth its time.
I thought maybe if you were working with it, it would have kept you exempt from the dreams. I guess not.
Boy, that would have been nice, huh? she says sarcastically.
Yeah, it would have, wouldn't it? What
You
do
know,
you
in a
want
fucked
at the
up.
end? Huh?
So sorry, I just wanted to say, Dora, you know, in a fucked up way, if she wasn't a spy, then we wouldn't have returned to the village so quickly, and the faceless stalker might have gotten away. So, in a
Or killed
roundabout
others.
sense,
Well, you see, I'd like to stab her. No, uh, what did you know about their going on? Exactly.
Do a persuasion check.
All right.
Miss Warlock.
Yes.
Or intimidation. You can choose.
Oh, awesome! Because I'm much better at one of those.
It depends on like where you want to put the emphasis on the interrogation.
I'm fucking
20?
intimidation.
Okay.
Hmm.
Because her back is the quiet heart. So when she says, "What did you know about the situation?" She what would she do to be intimidating? Oh God.
Open her eye.
Well, that's underneath her hair. That's her like big spooky thing. Maybe she just like pulls back her mouth a little, like like not like with her finger, but just like opens it a bit so her barracuda teeth are showing.
Oh, and also
So it's
there's
like,
a hummingbird buzzing around menacingly.
oh yeah. Yes.
Is
I think she literally shows her teeth a bit.
Okay.
Her very unnatural teeth.
Yeah. And she doesn't flinch away at that. And you do get the thought, she goes, huh, almost as big as the captain's. But she goes, what the boss told me was that I was here to keep an eye on the workforce for the mine. I didn't know it was Orem until you came back to until a while and pieced it together, and then you came back and confirmed it just talking about it with that chatty engineer, that artificer. She'd say artificer, not engineer.
All right.
And there is that like just skimming the thought. You do hear kind of that like fuzzy crackle memory of her like hearing Jairus talk about Orem.
Okay.
You're not getting a sense of duplicity from her at the moment. She's being truthful with what in regards to what you're asking her.
Yeah, good.
Quiet Hearts did have she knows you kind of get the feeling just from skimming that she knows that Quiet Hearts can make her tell the truth if people aren't satisfied.
Yeah. Is there how did you communicate with them? Did you have some kind of magical communication device?
Oh no, nothing that fancy.
Wow.
And you would remember there were like letters or like notes written on leaves or scraps of paper or cloth.
Okay.
She goes, there's a tree not too far out of the town where there's a hollow that I used to leave notes in there. I think maybe an imp or something would come get it.
Hey, did you ever get messages back from that same place?
Once or twice, but it was just like asking about, trying to be certain about new people that would show up, just clarifications.
Nods. All right.
And again, there's like no like the polygraph isn't blipping from your detect thoughts.
Okay. Is there anything you haven't told us that could be important?
There's a pause as she actually does seem to be thinking.
We survive and you survive.
Like it's a laugh from her, and you actually think you hear the thoughts go. That's C shit. And she goes, honestly, and it hurts. No, not. It's been a while since I've been fully honest. Your friend there got pretty much all I knew out of me.
Just look back at Quiet Hearts.
They're watching, and there is a slight narrowing of the eyes, but not towards Lawful, it's towards Rayan.
Oh. Interesting.
I mean, I used to tend the ship when I was, the carpenter for the ship, but it's been 5 years since I was on it. Who knows what upgrades or repairs they've done, or if it's even the same ship. Sometimes you gotta leave the ship as it's sinking, or you find just a better ship and decide, oh, this one's nicer. Fine, pirate way.
Am I picking up anything duplicitous or she thinks of that she isn't telling?
Do an insight check. But I will say, just for free, when she mentions the ship, you do learn the name. She kind of thinks of it. It's the Crimson Tide.
Okay.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Do I get any bonus because I'm in her thoughts?
Yeah, I guess you are looking into her brain, so you'll get advantage.
Cool.
Literal insight.
Yeah. My sight's okay.
Well, it haunts you.
It does.
Yeah, without probing deeper and expending the spell, there doesn't. She's not really like, all right. It's like nothing pops up of her going like, well, there is this thing, but no, nothing. She's just like, what more do they want from me?
Oh,
Say
okay.
something compromising so I have moral justification to eat you.
Josh. Graham's face does
I would
soften. What did she have on you?
Have?
How did she make you do this?
She picked me from the crew, and I, you don't
No,
really say no to the boss.
Before that, how did you get on the crew?
Actually, hold on. I might have actually written down her backstory a little bit. She kind of scowls. You know what it's like growing up on the flotilla?
I don't.
You join a crew, or you stay there, or become ballast.
Graham nods.
The captain was intimidated. Fear is respect on, among the Federation. It's when you're on her good side, you live well. And her bad side's bad.
She'll hear in her head. When this is all over, if I can, I'm going to give you another chance.
And she kind of flinches again at suddenly hearing someone else's words in her head, and she scowls and kind of looks past you to Quiet Hearts and goes, "What is with you all and trying to give me redemption?"
It is not redemption, at least not in my case. I do not think someone acting out of fear needs to be put to the sword necessarily. When one lives with someone lording over them every day, every hour, every second, it becomes ingrained in you.
And when you say that, because you're still skimming her thoughts, you get that fuzzy, TV static image of a memory as you see a tall woman, gray skinned and white haired, slicked back, but mouth stained crimson as she holds a severed arm and rips a chunk off of it before cackling and firing off a fairly sizable firearm with her free hand as you see just this memory of what seemed to be a bloody mid-combat memory.
Okay.
And it was very clearly a human arm or a humanoid arm.
Yeah.
Could have been an elf.
What do you want?
Well, what I want right now is a chance to go take a piss and maybe stretch my arms because sleeping like this sucks. I don't know. Maybe my execution would be painless.
Do you want to die?
There's a difference between wanting something and knowing you're not likely to receive it.
And if the captain's as scary as she describes, either way sounds like she's pretty sure she's gonna die.
Yeah.
You guys
That-
kill
yeah.
me, or she will.
That's kind of that's basically kind of the thoughts that you're giving. Kind of giving a lot with this spell, but it's fairly obvious surface thoughts from her.
Yeah, she's not trying to hide it.
And then she looks to you, kind of squinting. What do you want?
Me?
Yeah, why are you here? Your friend there and Anchor got pretty much everything out of me. Well, shouldn't say pretty much. You got everything out of me. You here just to look a spy in the eye? Traitor?
I'm not here to gawk at you. You're not the only one who's done terrible things.
That gets a slight roll of her eyes, but she kind of settles back against the pole that she's leaning against. She goes, "Yes, we've all done horrible things." And you do get another image of her, in combat, stabbing people with that ink rapier. And there is a thought, and you kind of get this tinge of guilt with minor guilt. Maybe not as big as you would have hoped, but maybe because you were hoping you saw it, there's a tinge of guilt as, quite stereotypically, she forces someone to walk a gangplank off into the ocean.
You can't.
What I think I can't is tolerate this conversation anymore.
One of Rayan's newly wrapped arm just clenched the fist. Takes a deep breath. The option is there. It's your choice to take it. And she'll get up and cut out.
I mean, she doesn't say anything. She just sits there in silence.
Quiet Hearts will also turn and start to leave before pausing, and then they turn slightly and say, and ask, may I offer you a bit of perspective?
Sure. Kind of has this sort of like, sure, I'll, what's the word phrase? Humor you.
Patronize.
Patronize is close, but she's like humoring you, it seems. And she can't really do much else.
Yeah. If you don't want it, I won't bother you any further. But speaking as someone who understands, when you've suffocated for so long, that first breath of freedom feels like your soul is being torn. And then nothing is ever quite as sweet once you taste it. And they will turn and leave.
She just silently watches you go. Oh. Ran, where are you going after that?
Back
Do
to
we have much
Estes,
time? Do we have till we gotta go?
You're just waiting for Conno.
She's
But
gonna.
Marlene sent him a animal messenger earlier saying, you're all ready to go.
She's going to walk out of the village. Just not out, the outskirts.
To the plant again.
No, not the plant this time. Nowhere specific. Just away from people.
Quiet Hearts will just return to the main group.
So you all see Quiet Hearts return, but not Ran. Corona, you got enough of a passive perception. I'll say you tracked colorful Ran walk out.
She looks
kinda
like
stands
she
out.
needs a second, so
Yeah.
Rayan just goes to a tree. Not like a super big one or a small one, and just glares at it.
The tree is a tree. It can't stare back.
She's going to crush it as just essentially keep casting her Eldritch Crush on it until she just
That tree had a soul, you know.
shut up.
There's
Well,
no
the
other truth.
tree now has a large divot. Just
The
crunched.
tree falls over. He's crushing out an entire section of it to make it fall over.
Okay, yeah, you have to go. Oh my god, it's the Eldritch Beaver. You just take out chunks of it at a time until it falls over.
A beaver emerges from the underbrush and takes the log away.
congratulations.
Yeah, it's not too big of a tree, so with concentrated anger, you can pull it off, especially with two of them every 6 seconds.
Yeah. Just teeth gritted as she just glares at it. It just crunches more and more, splinters flying off until it falls over.
Sorry.
And she
Last joke. Beaver shows up. You gonna eat that?
God damn it. She might, though!
Ran
went
and
down.
the beaver start doing Lady and the Tramp over the tree.
Oh, God. Once it's down, she starts making a hacking sound and just spits acid all over it.
Ew. And that's gonna be something doing that to you.
What?
Soon it's gonna be something spitting acid at you.
Young kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh God, this isn't fun at all.
And she just like,
You vent your frustrations on this tree.
yeah, and she'll just like grab that or just like a bedroll or something and just I need a pillow. Hold on.
Her screaming too.
Into it.
You pick
Okay.
up the beaver.
God. So yeah, you're the only one that followed you would be Ventra, and she's just kind of flitting around to different flowers or just sitting there and watching you, just doing the familiar thing.
Yeah. She'll like fall to her knees and like sniffle.
There's a little, very almost barely noticeable weight as she flies over and sits on your head.
Oh. She'll reach up and give her scritches under the beak.
Yeah, yeah. With your claw finger, your crab leg fingers, it's perfect. She loves it.
Oh.
What are the rest of you doing? Well, just wait, or just pass the time to wait, and well,
I'm curious if
Starting
Arvir
this.
ran into any trouble, so just touch base with him.
Earlier says that well, made it there, fairly good time, with the moon skill leading the way. Thankfully, nothing had moved in since you dealt with the machines, since those things that seemed to have scared off most of the wildlife beyond small birds and lizards and stuff. But Jairus was perhaps a bit of criticism about how you treated the warbirds, but he kind of gives a shrug and he goes, "Yeah, taking on two of them, that's impressive. I've heard of those things, just smashing into the troop lines or even diving onto ships and almost breaking them in half." But
Airdrop a
uh,
warbird.
yeah, I mean, like you saw, they can jump good. Um, but yeah, Juris is excited. Pizlops says, heard him say something about, I knew we should have cleared this out beforehand, but uh, seems happy that his old boss didn't. Still don't quite trust him. Anyways, but yeah, Juris is excited to get it fixed up, apparently, or at least salvage what he can. Said that, oh yeah, we actually found another, not like a bunker, but like a small warehouse. He called it a garage. I don't know what. No, but inside there, some machinery left behind that he's poking around and see what he might be able to fix up, like he did the turtle. Well, you all get that little objective marker show up in the corner of your screens. Yeah, it goes, potential, potential asset. Marician Workshop. You might be able to help Jairus fix it up, and you might be able to make things or fix things up. It's a potential asset for the preparations. So
Yeah, if there's any more doors that need prying open.
or like yeah. Um, Also, Jairus, you would know, would probably be the one to talk to about maybe stockpiling potions and stuff for the assault.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll just say that's one thing that would be that will definitely give countable assets. Just stockpiling health potions for the general health of the village. You only got one Dr. Vuteg, but anyways. Yeah, I'll say after a while. There's Rain. Do you stay out there for a while or
No, she comes back.
okay? Um, anyone want to talk to Rain before the next thing happens, or
So, how did talking to the trader go?
Hi.
Good. You feeling all right?
No. Not.
Anything we can do?
I think you just got dive bombed by a seagull from the
uh,
ambient?
that she sends Ventra after it to impale it and drink its blood.
Okay, roll an attack with Ventra.
Wait, no! Alright.
Nope, you fuck around, you find out. Kill that seagull.
Drain its blood.
Eat its meat.
Kill it.
Slurp it up.
Oh my god!
Roll damage.
Good, yeah. I don't think seagulls have much health.
More piercing.
Yeah, the seagull was swinging by, probably snatching, whatever one of you was like snacking on, and just like a little, almost similar to like a dart or an arrow fired by Amon or like a shuriken thrown by Ryoko. Just this little crimson streak just hits the seagull in the side, and they go tumbling over the cliff before. A moment later, Ventra flies back over, looking fairly content, a little bloated, as you see a kind of shriveled looking seagull go careening away. It didn't have 5 HP, but I'm just gonna say that,
It didn't die.
She
This
can
thing-
attach to them.
Ryoko notices this, nods, and says, "All right, I tried."
Okay, but that was Ventra, not Rayan.
But
this
the bird's an
little,
extension of you.
yeah, this crimson feathered, this scarlet feathered hummingbird flies over and perches on Ryoko, the similarly scarlet colored tiefling.
Oh, I think Ventra likes you, Ryoko.
I think Ventral likes that seagull.
Huh?
The one that just drained of blood?
Rayan looks, doesn't see the seagull. What are you talking about?
Okay. Okay. Alright.
But,
Well,
I wish I'd been quicker, Ryoko.
yeah.
Ryoko?
Yeah.
Uh, you know how I've talked about my body being, well, I mean, my body is obviously made of different things.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ventrock used part of one of his friends to make my body. Rayan's not, like, isn't meeting Ryoko's eyes when she says this.
So think he was like your dad in a way?
No. God, no. I think when he called me here, he used Quiet Hearts as the beacon, but his friend's body as some of the material.
Okay.
Question for the DM.
Yes.
Can the crab folk of the setting regenerate lost limbs?
No. They kind of lost that. They do molt, which does heal some wounds, but they are so big that amputation is kind of a more serious deal.
All right, I'm just curious.
It's one of the trade-offs of evolving to be, a bigger crustacean.
Yeah. Gotcha. I'm just curious as well. I thought was like, you could just sacrifice his own arm and just grown it back in a month. Okay,
there are, I think I actually have mentioned that there are Karkanos bards who will create lyres or harps out of their, by stretching strings between their claws.
Yeah, if you want to do
shed
that, maybe
claws.
we should go chat up the trolls.
So, okay, are you feeling like guilty about that?
I think so.
Okay, so there's this parable of the lion regent, and it's a story that isn't real, but it has a real message.
Oh, okay.
So there's this parable of the lion regent. The young lion is taught by his father that while lions have a place in the hierarchy of the food chain, the hierarchy is ultimately bullshit because it's more of a wheel. When the lion dies, its body becomes, the dirt, which feeds the grass, which feeds the antelope, which feeds the lion, and so everything goes in a circle.
Yeah, I know how consumption works.
So his friend was dead, and a dead body is just a pile of meat.
No, if she
So
said,
it's not like you took the friend's place.
I don't know. I don't know if I did. I don't know if she was dead. I don't know. He said her bones, but that.
I mean, if the bones are out, she's not alive.
I don't know if they were. I don't know. Ryoko, do you know the kinds of things people do for something like me?
I mean, I've killed a number of cultists, so I've got a good idea.
I don't know if it...
Did he seem that sketchy? I mean, I know I joked a bit about it, which is, in retrospect, somewhat in poor taste. But I don't think he was doing live sacrifices.
I know. Ventrop sounded pretty. He said he did bad thing. He said so. But I can't judge someone for that.
Are you holding the letter?
Yeah. She pulls it out. He's done bad things in the past. He told me as much.
Alright.
And I can't judge someone for doing that. God knows. Not many can compare to the bad things I've done.
Okay, see, I feel like that's more the thing than the bones thing. You're beating yourself up over this past life you had as a world-eating monstrosity, and finding ways to skew everything about your life now so that it's bad because of that. And that's a very unhealthy mindset to be in.
Ryoko, no, I'm
As
not.
the assassin running from her past.
Ryoko,
I should know.
first of all, it's not my past life. It is.
Okay,
What?
you can't quibble with me about minor details every time we end up discussing this thing. Because I've already conveyed to you that my brain just is not built to really understand the whole of it.
Like,
That's kind
quite
of-
literally, it's one of the
Yeah.
problems of Eldritch Beings is we don't have the program,
Yeah.
the software necessary to run
Yeah.
their media files in our brains.
And my point being, that's not what's bothering me. I'm worried he might have, willingly or not, she might have been part of a sacrifice to bring me here.
Yeah, so my point being is that you have absolutely no basis for that other than just neuroses about your existence being wrong.
And this
You
letter
said
he holds
yourself,
up,
yeah,
where he says he allowed his friend allowed her bones to become my new home.
bones implies death occurred beforehand.
I don't know that.
Also, if she allowed it, then that means that was her choice.
I still don't feel good about that if that's what happened.
Well, I mean, to a certain extent, tough. We don't choose how we come into the world. Do you think I felt good? She pauses. Being born?
Oh.
Like, we don't get to choose the place we're born to and the people we're born to. We're lucky if we get to choose what we do with the time we have. And right now you're getting to make your own choices. And if you keep beating yourself up for things that happened before this iteration of you existed, then this iteration of you has no fucking hope. Because you're going to condemn it for things that it had no power over. You're here and you're you now, so you've got to do what you can with the you that you are.
Trying.
Yeah, except every time you try, you start getting hung up on what happened in the past. You can't change what happened in the past. You can't change whatever fucking shit happened with whoever's bones to make you come here. It happened. It's done. It was nothing that you did, so you shouldn't beat yourself up over it. You had no you had no control over that. You had no effect on it. That's someone else's weirdo shit. If this lady wanted her bones donated and this guy donated her bones, that's their fucking drama. They're both gone. Sad as that is, they're gone. Their choices don't matter to you anymore. It's your choices that matter. So focus on those. Because, let me tell you, and at this, like, she is clearly struggling with something. If you spend your whole life beating yourself up for the choices that were made before you were born that led to your circumstances, it sucks!
Sorry, I don't mean to ruin a moment, but I kind of wish Amon was here just to see this character growth from Ryoko.
You probably would have just thumbs up and said, neat.
just like encouragingly, like, keep going, keep going. Sorry.
Is that how you feel, Ryo?
She pauses and realizes that the mask has slipped a bit farther than she's comfortable with.
But she'll also see some more of those black tears coming out of Ryan's eye.
I don't really like dwelling on my past for a variety of reasons, and I don't feel fully comfortable dredging it up, regardless of how relevant it is to the situation at hand. I have given you my advice and my sage counsel, and what passes for comfort given to another human being or person. So, and then she very awkwardly pats you on the shoulder. Good talk!
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. I am overshared.
I haven't exactly been on a winning streak when it comes to decisions.
Yeah, that's more to life for you.
This
9
is
times out of 10, you do something stupid.
not canon, but Corona just kind of like side eyes. I'm just thinking, no shit, eh?
That was
Just-
that was Callie. No shit, eh?
No shit, eh?
She doesn't say
Oh.
anything, but the intent
There's
is
that northern
there.
accent come through.
I live in
Um.
northern Wisconsin.
Okay.
Fucking hell's easy.
Yeah. Goddamn. I'm gonna.
Hey, what you guys talking about?
Rand's feeling really emotionally raw about the whole betrayal thing and needs a comforting, shoulder to cry on. And you'd be perfect for it. Get in there, champ.
What?
Hey, you don't wear
Smoke bomb.
shirts so you can just wipe the ink off.
Yeah, he's not wearing a shirt. I can't cry on him.
You're immediately scooped up and bear hugged.
Mhm. Venture buzzes around your head for a bit before like an aggressive wasp for a moment before settling down nearby.
Sorry, it looks like you need it.
There's tenseness under the arms for a minute before it goes slack.
You feeling better? Compress all the bad thoughts out. Like wringing a towel.
Please don't ring me. I have bones under here apparently.
Most people do.
It'd be about this time, I suppose. Orovir kind of gave some space. Actually, he would have gone and started talking to Anchor. Preparing stuff. It seems he'll be helping with setting up defenses, since he's fairly. He's been trained in literal warfare.
Mm-hmm.
Being a noble's son, but he about this time there's a startled shout from one of the outer areas of the village where they're planning to reinforce. As you look over, worried that something might be attacking the village, but you just see Kamo sitting on top of an Ankig, riding it into town, as if he's just riding a and not a acid. Oh no, I'm in the red. Oh, there it goes. He's just riding a normal mountain, not an acid spewing monstrosity.
Oh, hey, bud.
But he kind of hops off the Ankeg.
Maybe it's not Conmo who's the freak, but everybody else's mounts who are lame that they don't spew acid.
It doesn't have it does have something. It's not quite a muzzle because you can't really muzzle those giant mandibles, but it does seem like they're held, shut by leather straps. Sort of like part of the bit and brittle system he's worked out for it. But he hops off, ties the reins to something, and hobbles on over. He's in full on armor. His on-keg armor, takes off the helmet as he grins widely. He goes, "So, a little bird told me we're ready." I mean, quite literally, a little bird showed up and started talking to me with Marlene's voice. Was not expecting that.
Brine looks at Ventra. Did you talk to him?
Looks so, Caesar's like, "Oh no, not one of those birds. One of hers," and points over. You see the furball druid of the village.
Oh, I saw an opportunity. I'm sorry.
You ever heard a hummingbird talk?
No, but I've heard them snore.
Yeah, that's the one.
But so Oravir seeing this joins over as he gives a nod. Conmo, as Conmo gives this kind of joking salute. He goes, "Sir Oravir," makes Oravir grimace. No,
No.
but the Conmo looks over and goes, "So, you got your gear all ready? We good to set out and hike? We can get there, and it's not too late. We could get there before pretty good time before nightfall."
Looked at Oravir. So, you tried out that horn yet?
And the horn has been hanging from his hip. It's always at his side. It seems now that he's recovered it. As he gives a pat, he goes, "Yes, I actually did test it to see if its enchantment was still working in.
Okay, good.
And thankfully, you all got to it seems before it could be broken down, like you said you saw some remains of other items down there."
Yeah.
I don't know what
guess
I
we're
would have
gonna,
done.
Guess there's only really one way to put it to the test.
Oh yes. Bring up the Horn of the Caustic Storm. Oh geez, he can literally blow it in this village and give it to everybody.
Sounds like something you would want to keep for an army.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Well, the time limits, he told me, he goes, there is it kind of random on how long it lasts, but probably be best to do it when we are closer in range, because
Of course.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get there within an hour." I was like, "Oh no, it'd take a little bit longer." Although it is the next day, so the Windwalk would be recharged.
Mm-hmm.
But
So, all right, Conmo, you're the bug expert. Do you recommend we do it on foot or what?
oh yeah, I know. I've already got a plan where I want to go. There's a main entrance. On the way though, I do recommend that we do a light bit of hunting, because if we show up, we also got to stop by my base. So oh no, actually he would have brought it with him. He goes, when we're closer, he points over at the Ankeg where there are saddlebags on it, and he goes, "I've got the pheromone perfume ready. We similar to the horn, I guess. We're not using potions. Okay. there's a limit to how long this will last, and you know. But if we show up bringing meat, they should let us just walk right in because we'll just seem like drones bringing in food.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Now that the time has actually come, what are the specifics of like how this is gonna work?
Okay, so, and he kind of motions you all to follow him over to the on-keg, and it's the one you saw, at the one of the celebrations. Yeah, I think at the killing of the Abeloth. But the goes over to the saddlebags, and inside there are some earthen, like clay jugs, maybe like homemade. Goes, these are the perfumes. We gotta slather you all up in it, and sloshes it, maybe sounding a little more viscous than you would have wanted, but then he points to the other saddlebag and kind of lowers his voice and goes, "Not gonna pull it out just so she'll be safe, but we gotta escort." Oh wait, no, he would have left it home because you're going in there to get the egg. That's right. He goes, we gotta go in, work our way through the maze, get down to the royal chambers, off the royals, and locate the proper egg that should have the next royal generation that would fly off to find a new mate on another island.
And those are the ones you want to raise, right?
Yes, I have a queen egg. It was something I was transporting to help establish another colony.
Right.
Oncake biology is weird. They can reproduce as lone things when they're solitary, but if if an established hive, they will lay royals, and they'll fly off to mate with other royals, establish their own colonies and stuff. But so what I want to do is get in there and get the male egg, the elate.
Right.
I've got a queen egg.
So we find the prince bug.
The prince, yes. Yeah, it's either going to be an egg or a nymph. Which, biology wise, they don't have a larva transformation. It's when they hatch, they look like tiny cakes. It's adorable, really.
Right.
Their shells are kind of translucent. They just look like. You'll see them. They're adorable. They are also pressurized acid, so careful not to step on them.
I'll take your word for it, because a lot of fish are pretty weird too.
Yeah, Conroe does have his fair share of acid burns, you can see. He might not have his fingerprints anymore, actually.
The perfect crime.
But, so, claps his hands together. So, we ready to go? Some of you were looking, kind of gestures to you, Ray. You kind of look like you were leaking a bit there. Gesturing to the tear tracks.
Nor a BRB.
Maybe if you want to keep hugging Ray, and she'll run out of tears because she's bringing like a towel,
like a sponge. Squeeze out the sponge.
That's how they did it on SpongeBob, I assume.
Actually, that would be a funny alternate Ray. Her hair is a sponge. Like
Lou Drothrayan.
Yes.
So I'll just say, I'll just point at gesture like, y'all ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, Lou Drothrayan, a version of her who can't actually swim, so the sponge has manifested as a life preserver.
Oh, it's like Boisel.
Exactly.
So actually, Ryoko.
Mm-hmm.
you did mention before wanting to get a ranged weapon. You can pick up a hunting short bow in the village. You can just get a short bow. It's not, like super good quality, but it's sturdy quality. But yeah, if there was anything you wanted to grab from the village beforehand, otherwise, off through the jungle.
Off through the jungle.
Oh.
Lost World Jurassic Park music playing in my ear.
Yeah, that reminds me. It's moving away from the coast. Yeah, let's go with the classic. Where's
Where's jungle,
Dinotopia?
the mighty jungle, the bear's sleeping tonight.
Hopefully.
Okay. So, because you're following someone who fairly well tracked in this, he knows the most direct route. No survival checks as you're just following Conmo as the Cake skittering through the underbrush. So heading southeast would be bear country. You get, he's as you're traveling along, he goes, "Oh, how the devil stuff, demons? I heard something about that. How'd that go?" And just
Oh,
Good
yeah,
fair
you
bit of
haven't-
violence.
You haven't been in town, so we stomped them. But turns out they're bringing pirate friends.
hey, is that why everyone's on such a frenzy back there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, now I feel kind of silly for going in here for my financial gain.
Well,
But
think about it this way, little man. Well, I hope that's not offensive.
it kind of
No, he's small.
No, he pauses, glances at you, and he goes, "Normally it would be, but I'll give you a pass just because to you," he kind of glances around. Everyone's a little tiny person.
Yeah. Still, I'll keep that in mind. But in your defense, or reasonably speaking, in case we need to run the fuck away from the village, it would be nice that they're not stuck between a giant bear and a bunch of bugs.
Hell, depending on how well you can control these things with the new queen, we could even have Ankeg reinforcements.
Oh, I'll just say that once we, yes, as he kind of pulls the Ankeg to a stop, because I should say that once we kill the king and queen, we probably shouldn't stick around too long, because it'll take a while for them to bond and get them under control. So they'll be operating just on their own before I can bring them in. It's not like the thing is, a hive can operate independently without their the royals. The royals are just like, if a hive is a giant organism itself, like a hive mind, the royals are just the sorry for being a crude. They're just the junk. The gonads and the the womb.
Yeah, because didn't you say something before about these bugs can take care of themselves just fine on their lonesome?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of Ankeys you encounter are just like either solitary or maybe a small cluster, a handful usually. But like I said, he points off as you can see the spire through the trees occasionally. He goes, "This is an anomaly. I've never seen one this big in the wild before,
Yeah, it's
or in captivity. There's some impressive ones out there, but none of them gotten this big because they try to control their numbers more. But
Oh yeah, didn't we find something over in the Devil's Place that might have suggested there's some magic underneath the hive?
you do recall from Gleaza's notes and the actually two corroborating notes, Gleaza's and the curator that you found jerky mummified. Notes saying that there was a Marician outpost that the hive seems to have grown around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And specifically,
turns
that's
out-
where that weird key from one of the antediluvian civilizations needed to be charged.
Yeah. Well, we've been poking our noses around and stuff. We found like more than one stuff saying that there's like magic underneath the hive. Maybe that's why it's gotten so big.
I mean, that just sounds like more reason to take control of this. And I'm not saying exploit it, but this is going to be very profitable for not only me, but the village, because I'm going to need help running it. That's kind of the
Looking over here into the spire, looks big. Look, a lot of bugs.
Oh, yes. I mean, there's a thing this big, there's got to be a veritable, like
What, like a couple hundred?
mushroom. Oh, yeah, at least. But there's also, I was just thinking the mushroom gardens that they normally grow. That's why they're going for all they chew on wood to grow mushrooms, but also to, construct for their construction. But something this big, there'd probably be a fairly sizable one, and that's considered a delicacy. If we get time, we'll make sure we cut some off, and I'll treat you some of really good soup that I know how to make from it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to game out like how deep in it we're gonna be.
The good thing is, once we're in there, I can. I'm pretty sure I can get us to it. I've been in it before, just not very deep, and I'm pretty sure I know where to go.
Okay. What should we expect? Because I mean,
Tight
now
tunnel.
that you know that these are big magic bugs.
Well, I didn't know there was magic involved, but I don't know how it would influence them. But yeah, that would be interesting. But tight tunnels, claustrophobic, probably for you especially.
Yeah.
Not too bad for me or some of the rest of you. But perhaps some standing acid pits. They sometimes do that as like defenses around some of their main entrances. There's probably going to be some points where we have to climb, since they can just build vertically. They like to do that. Yeah, it's cramped, hot, sweaty, and acidic.
Swell.
Yes, but here's the thing, and he like pats the saddlebag as you are still riding. As long as we can behave ourselves and keep them calm, we should be able to keep the charade up pretty well. That's how I've been able to get in there without, hacking and slashing my way through, because, I mean, look at me.
Yeah, there's a lot of them and only one of you.
Yeah, I was able to sneak in because they just must have thought I was like a nymph or a smaller, a stunted drone or something. But
Well, I mean,
yeah,
you do look the part with your whole getup.
thank you. I've worked hard for it. But when we're in there, should be able to follow the pheromone trails to where it's thickest. Normally, you can't really smell them. I years of trading to be attuned to it, but once you're in there, it should be even noticeable to the rest of you because it can get thick for a while. Might be good to cover your mouths and noses. The fumes of the acids they vomit up can be noxious.
I've been fucking body deep in guts. It's probably not going to be as that bad.
Like he glances at you, body deep. Those. Oh, were you a sea
Whaler.
butcher? Oh, okay. Yeah, that.
Ryan looks a little green in the face.
Hmm?
Ryan looks a little green in the face. That thought.
About being body deep in guts.
Yes.
Oh.
I guess green in the everything because her body changes colors.
Looking back, noticing that, well, I was gonna say, think of all the, when you hunt something that big, it's a lot of meat. It's good eating, but
You want it?
yeah, I realized that's probably not the thing to say to you.
There's, her mage hand presses itself over your mouth.
Stopping him from bringing up the parasites that sometimes show up. And parasites to things that big are like
Oh my
hobgoblin
god.
sized.
Yeah. Mage hand over his mouth. I don't need more detail, thank you.
Actually, now that I think about it, you've probably fought sea lice that look fairly close to Han. Okay.
Yeah,
It's-
he's used to sea bugs, because all I'm imagining is the big the sea louse that fell off of the kaiju in Pacific Rim.
Yeah,
Gotta
and
soak them in pneumonia, or what is ammonia?
ammonia, and the lice from Cloverfield.
Oh, those fuckers. That's
Killed
what's
Not
Billy
as,
Kaplan.
Not as
Bastards.
explosively venom, but
Yeah, that was fucked.
yeah. So the theory was that it's because they're deep sea things. It's like a deep sea venom, and because of it's
Pressure.
supposed to act on it's supposed to act on a organism that has a completely different internal pressure.
Yeah, that is like the world's worst allergic reaction.
And that means the military weaponized them.
If there was any
Anyways.
left.
Anyways, military
So,
starts banning slusho.
Anyone else got questions about the bugs? Because I can't think of anything else, but I'm sure I'm missing stuff.
So, if we bring food, we should be able to just sneak right in.
Yep, as long as we smell like them and we're acting like we know what we're doing and we have, reason to be going into the hive, that should be good.
And we can just get to the queen like that?
If we can get close. The reason why I haven't seen the royal chamber myself is there are some cases that develop that are more defensive oriented and will physically inspect with their little antennas anything that tries to get in, and they're a little more thorough. Think of very big heavy bouncers.
How smart are they?
Not too smart, but they're thorough. They have their job and they do it.
Okay, I have a thought when we get there, if we want to at least, distract them.
What was that?
I can summon something that's clearly, not an Ankeg, and the guards might chase after them, and we could sneak by.
I don't know about that, because that might put them on high alert, and then they might get
Oh,
suspicious.
yeah, these ones are going to be deeper into the hive.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, when we get to the guards, we're going to need to kill the guards to get through, right?
Yeah, or at least distract them somehow.
So if I summon something, they'll chase after it, right?
Well, most of your illusions
It's not an illusion.
You see it, right?
It's not an illusion.
Oh, you gonna summon the frog?
Not those are.
Can you summon a sexy female Ankeg?
I don't even know what that would be.
Or a
That's the
sexy male Ankeg?
I
That's
don't
the
know. I don't know what they consider attractive.
Just a slow turn to look at Ryoko.
Now, a lot of it will be kind of single file through it. Some of these titles are going to be tight for some of you. Glances
Yeah.
at Nuana and Oravir.
Yeah, because, I mean, those things are pretty big, but they're flat.
Yeah, they can compress themselves in ways you wouldn't expect to crawl around each other.
Oh, boy.
I mean, have you ever just sat and watched ants or termites?
No,
Fascinating.
Yes.
I live on the
religiously.
ocean.
Oh. Yeah, he kind of scratches, his head and goes, okay, you got me there. A lot of most people do. Okay.
I mean, don't feel too bad. I mean, you're a bug guy, I'm a fish guy.
So
I am very familiar with watching ants, actually. They're always more complicated than you think.
I see what you're doing.
Yes.
One time
You
I put an
think-
ant on a fucking motherboard and it freaked out.
So, as you're getting closer, he goes,
Go ahead.
he goes, okay, so we're going to need to get probably some of the jungle deer or maybe a tapir or something.
Okay.
One would be okay. Two would be better. We're a decently sized group.
I've done a little bit of land hunting on the island now. Would anyone like to assist in my survival check?
I'll guidance you.
What's your survival? Because Amon is also tagging along. Oh, he can help out.
I have a 5.
Okay, so it says he'll assist you.
Yay. I definitely need
11.
it.
Well, the guidance
what?
is a one-time thing, and this is like going and
Oh.
tracking. So it's not that you don't find anything; it just
Oh,
takes
I have a
longer than
5
you
to
were
survival
expecting.
too.
Do you know?
I do.
Okay, so instead of having Amon help,
I'll just
you want to
also
roll? Yeah, just a straight roll.
Oh my god, it was worse. How are you worse, Ryan?
Both of us look at each
You
other.
almost have enough for like a straight and a card hand.
Yeah, both of us look at each other. It's just like we're clearly not meant for land. If only this was the ocean.
I know. Ventra, I'm. Do you give us a look around?
Okay,
I
are
don't
you
know,
gonna try
this
to
was a
look
little
through her
small.
eyes?
Yes.
Okay. So, well, it's still the same roll. So,
Damn it. God.
yeah, like I was trying to say, it's not that you don't find anything. It's just this was how quickly, and so it takes a while, but eventually, you want I'll just say you are able to. It's a little weird harpooning a deer instead of like a sea beast or monster, but works just like any other spear, I suppose, as you bring down a decently sized deer. But it seems that your group's kind of tromping around has scared most of the others around. Gamno goes, well, this will have to do. Might be able to cut it in half to, spread it out, but or actually, might be able to take somebody might be able to take a leg or something. It's like a small jungle deer, similar to the ones that are often caught for the village. This would be like their hunting territory.
Yeah. So it does make sense we wouldn't find a lot in their territory.
Yeah. They usually go north of the river because of the onkeg and the bear.
You do gotta find that bear.
Indeed. So
Oh god.
you do have acquired a deer.
Yay! Yay!
Yeah, Ren turns other shades of green as you kind of have to hack up parts of it.
She looks
So it has
away.
that delicious meaty smell.
Yeah. And Comrade goes, "Yep. Unfortunately, we need the the bleeding meat smell."
Probably be easier if it's skewered or with something.
Oh yeah, and you would be able to find just like a branch and use that to carry it. So because I don't think Corona is going to let you use her holy pole arm.
No.
No, I wasn't thinking about that either.
It also might cook the meat.
On Kagger, they suddenly come over. What is this? What is this? What is this? I imagine they're like the little crab. The videos like hand, frightened. That's their thought process.
So you have the deer. Some of you might. Orovir takes one of the legs just to carry it since he's one of the bigger ones in the group. But actually, he carried the other end with you. You want to, I guess, if you're carrying it on like a spit. But so Conrad goes, "Okay, we're getting closer, and I'd say you're about here. The square on the map." So Conrad goes, "Okay, if we're going to use that horn, because I'm going to guess that's not quiet, this would probably be a good place to do it, and we should douse ourselves." So
You got like a double dosage for me.
yes, you get a whole jar to yourself. The rest of you just kind of like split it half and half. And he pulls out a couple of earthenware jugs.
Okay, DM. What does Onkeg smell like?
Very acrid. You definitely singe your nose hairs. It's like industrial, like cleaner kind of nasty.
Oh, Cat and me no like banana face.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he goes, so yeah, I don't even really smell it. I've gotten used to it as he sees all of your faces. Even Orovir is just like making a face like, ugh. But yeah, so you get slathered up, and now you have several hours of smelling like an onkeg. And what was that?
Ryan's hating this.
And then
What would be more useful, resisting the acid or resisting their physical attacks?
well, then Orovir goes, "Well, I have the acid resistance, covered."
Oh, well, I mean for the thing I'm going to summon to distract them.
Oh.
She's like reading a specific page in her book.
And the Combo goes, "I mean, they've got sharp mandibles, but that acid is pretty nasty, which is why I recommended we find a way to, fortify everyone to it before we went down there."
I'm
Nods.
thinking about it. I mean, like, so long as it stays out of their reach, you don't have to worry about them being bit. But they can spit.
Well.
This would help the DM so much more if I knew what you were
Oh.
doing, planning.
Summon elemental.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll go summon an elemental.
Okay. Not to ruin the surprise, but it's just like,
Oh no! You're good. You're good. I wasn't hiding it. I just. Yeah. Oh, also, I don't need any of that acid resistant stuff.
well, it's not really like you can opt out. As River pulls out the horn
Oh, right.
and gives a
Is that-
long echoing peal that sends
that like-
birds scattering, and there's like as the reverberation echo of the horn go, you hear like monkeys chattering indignantly as they're swinging away. There's birds cawing or squawking.
Rand
There was a
grabs
deer that
Ventra
was
out of the
nearby
air
that
and
goes flying, that goes dashing off.
Rand grabs Ventra out of the air and cups her in her hands to cover her ears.
So you now all have Blessing of the Caustic Storm. Those who hear the reverberating roar of the ancient draconic spirit within the war horn are infused with draconic might for the next 1d4 hours. Which, let me roll that.
Oh.
But you're within range, so this will just mean you have to be fairly quick. Wait, that should be 1d. That should be a +1, so 2 hours. Yeah, because I forgot it was supposed to be a 1d4 +1. Anyways, so for the next 2 hours, you have acid resistance, immunity to fear, and your melee weapon attacks have an additional 1d4 acid damage.
Well,
Oh shit! I need to add that to my sheet then.
the immunity to fear is nice. Does that double up my acid resistance or no?
No, it's not like
Okay.
Fabula Ultima, unfortunately.
So you said all weapon
Look like
attacks
combo.
get 1d4 acid on top?
Not ranged ones, though, unfortunately.
I must punch.
And well,
See, the rules lawyer lurking in the back of my head, which is not even native, it's an invasive creature. It's like, but the harpoon is attached to a rope, which is attached to my body. Therefore, is it really ranged if I throw it?
Sword
Oh my
weapons
God.
do count as melee even thrown, which is weird.
It's still a melee weapon if it's attached to my person, right?
Would it not work with a whip then?
Would it not work with a whip? Would it
Yeah,
not work with a long pole?
Okay.
And then I kill him.
Before I have to.
Oh, fuck's sake.
What?
Nothing.
Everyone's
Okay.
got horrible brain goblins. Mine are funnier
Yeah.
than most.
So you have the Blessing of the Caustic Storm, and before you all head in, I will BRB. Sorry, just a second.
Okay. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Resisting the acid and being made of water? Or resisting their claws and stuff, but being made of earth and being able to burrow?
I feel being able to burrow would be helpful in case we get trapped.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's true. But see, I know they have like eyes and hearing, but I gotta wonder if their greatest sense is smell. What does an earth elemental smell like?
Probably their walls.
Would it just not smell like their typical stuff?
Well, yeah, even if it did, it could just chuck a rock at them and they'd see that there's something alive there that shouldn't be.
That's true. could antagonize the bugs.
Yeah. Best case scenario, you can just keep them chasing it until we deal with the queen.
Yeah.
True.
See, now I'm worried about, if these are magic bugs, how are they going to be different? Because what if they're, like, really smart bugs?
Maybe we can talk to them.
Well, I mean, if we could talk to them, the plan's kind of out the window, right?
But yeah, but then like if we can, who am I
Killed
kidding?
plenty of things that can talk to us. So the plan's still on.
Who am I kidding? If it talks to us, it might just tell us to our face that it wants to kill us.
Yeah, it's a big hungry animal, and it's probably going to be wondering, what are you doing in my house?
Same thing I said to Roscoe the Unflappable. I'm here to kill your mother wife.
What? Those
Is that-
terms don't belong together.
Is that
Who? What?
and
Wife?
he's gonna
What?
look back at Ray and is like, so wait, you don't? He's like, you don't know jack shit about a lot of things, but you understand that incest is weird.
I mean, I know what a mother is. I know what a wife is. Those terms don't really belong, right?
Well, I mean, they don't, but I'm just surprised you do that.
Why?
You don't. You've been asking like, what is rain and stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't procreate with a sibling.
Well, hey, but we know this now. Eldritch monsters apparently understand incest. Which means at least one of them's practiced it.
Not sure I'm liking this developing lore. But I'm back. What I miss? What did I miss?
Raya knows what incest is and knows that it's bad.
Yeah, I got that part.
Ryoko
But
made an offhanded comment, probably
They
about
said
somebody
about,
she
like,
killed.
If the Onkegs ask us why we're here, what do we say? And I said, same thing I told Rodney the Unflappable. I'm here to kill your mother wife.
And Ray's like, those two shouldn't go together.
yeah, that's where I got back. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome back, by the way.
Yeah, Rayan is familiar with what siblings are. Because I have repeatedly made the joke that her brother is the king in yellow.
No, that's true.
The nerd in yellow.
In that case, you probably want to stay away from the Scarlet King.
Probably.
So,
What's your
Bugs.
cousin? Something I
Bugs.
remember.
Oh god, I imagine now it's Conmo doing the ants. Ants.
I mean, so
He is the ants guy.
following him along, you get to a point where he goes, okay, gonna have to leave them here as they slide off the on-keg and secure them. Rest of the way is on foot. So heading along. You okay?
What? No, sorry, I heard something, a primal scream of hate in the background.
It was just an animal.
It's because it's the Dinotopia soundtrack, so there's just one or two dinosaur screeches just peppered in with the normal birds and other jungle wildlife.
Sorry.
There is a population of feral dinosaurs in the island that just evade detection.
The silence cut in just right when the scream happened. I was like, the fuck? Sorry.
I think that's what led to Amon that one time going in the bush and finding a chicken. So, yeah, so you approach, and Conmo seems to be going the spot that you had sussed out, which was seemed to be like the larger entrance. And I will drop us on it so you can place yourselves.
Oh.
Place yourselves down at the bottom with Conmo. put down. Where did he go? There he is.
How much movement does Venture have? Her sheet says 5 feet and 40-foot swim speed. That doesn't sound right.
Well, hummingbirds
Yeah,
kind
it
of
says.
tiny.
Yeah, it's a 5 foot. She shouldn't even have like a walking speed, but if you look, it says 5 foot and then 40-foot flying and swimming.
Oh, okay.
It's the same.
Oh,
I'm
I need
trying
to
to
get her
imagine the
icon.
mechanics of her walking. Would she like jump like a crow, or would she just kind of waddle like a penguin?
She hops.
Hummingbirds is one of those birds that they can't really walk anymore.
Yeah.
Mhm. They use their legs as landing gear and as fighting tools.
Mm-hmm.
It occurs to
they
me,
will-
Ioane's probably seen penguins.
It's probably
Um,
eating penguins.
You know Penku. You've met Penku.
Oh, you're right.
I'm serious. They're a thing, and they have that ability where they have a belly slide movement ability.
You had art for Venture, right?
No, I think I told you that was something you needed to do. Wait, let me see. Nope, yeah, I
No,
don't have any for her.
I'll just go look around for some red hummingbird / bloody hummingbird art.
Okay. So everyone is on. Oh, Ryoko, where are you on the map?
Oh shit.
Because I want to put Venture down, but
Oh, right, and Amon. Should I just say Amon was back at the village?
You can. You've currently traded one Saurian samurai for another.
Yeah, I think we'll survive.
Amon's holding the fort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Amon's starting to help with like stockpiling
the
stuff.
training.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that way we don't forget that Amon hasn't gone, whether or not they've gone.
Yeah, and also I think actually part of his backstory was that what got him interested in, learning to fight was pirate attacks on his coastal town. So he probably knows stuff for fighting pirates. We'll just say he's doing that. So,
Very well.
How's this?
Yeah.
Girl?
What's that?
How's this?
Oh,
Very angry.
AI. That's
What?
yeah. It's an AI.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Look at its mangled feetsies.
Oh, fuck that.
You know, that would be actually a really fun concept for an eldritch monster that's invading reality. AI.
But yeah, you can just use like a normal hummingbird picture if you want. Believe me, I tried looking for, appropriate monster art, but it seems that monstrous red hummingbirds aren't a thing. I almost used the monstrous hummingbird from Godzilla the series, but look at that little ice cream cone.
Oh, okay, I love that one.
Orb.
Shaped like a pudding.
Things like a bee.
The gradient to the feathers just makes me think of like strawberry ice cream.
Yeah, it looks like sorbet.
Like
Man, if I'd seen this before I
strawberry
named her,
flavor, like
I might have
syrup.
actually named her Sorbet.
Oh, Rain's gonna go ham once you get to civilization and
Oh,
you get
she is.
and can have find ice cream. So that's a pretty one. So you approach and you do see these well tracked, and actually as you approach, there is a moment where Kama's like, "Oh, hold up, everybody! We're gonna see if this works." And as you hear like skittering and brush, through the underbrush, as you pause and kind of wait as you see a pair of Ankig just seemingly maybe just on patrol or heading out on a hunt. Trump by, pause, wiggle their like short little antenna. Actually, yeah, their antenna at you curiously before, after a tense moment, they continue on their way. Okay, good. That's 2 down, 200 to go.
That sounds like a big number. That's a big number, right?
It's like about as 10 as many 2s.
10 tens. And another set of 10 tens.
That is a lot, yeah.
With the perfume seemingly working, you continue along and you draw closer to the base of the spire. As you get to where you are now on the map, carrying the deer. As you see Anke kind of milling about, or just kind of standing, possibly guard. Wait, why is that one on the map layer?
Burrowed, napping, sleeping on the job.
Okay.
Fuck, I can't put in the icon. I have too much stuff in Roll20 apparently.
Oh, are you doing Free Palestine again, TT?
What? Me? No.
We noticed that in Oathbound Roads.
Look at this. Look how cute this is.
Okay. Oh, a red border? Oh, that's gotta be funny.
You mean blood?
Well, yeah,
but
no,
I
it's
can't.
just in the theming I've been trying to or the well, they are a character thing, so they wouldn't fit the same one. So it makes sense. But yeah, what I've been making the come on, Discord, be nice. Yeah, that I was just saying. NPCs are blue border, enemies are red border.
Oh,
But
She identifies as a
But-
problem.
I
Yes.
haven't fully followed that because you all have your custom ones, but also okay, their Venture should have the sheet now.
yay!
But the
Oh,
the Aboleth had a purple border. Anyways,
my bird.
so how do you proceed?
Just be confident.
Be confident, yeah, sure.
Yeah, look at me, everyone. I'm just a normal bug.
Right? Like, it just her back and holds her hands out in front of her in a mantis pose.
Well, if you wanted to have a mantis pose, he's got to look to Ryoko and say, "Oh yeah, you can use your knives, right? Hold them reverse grip.
Yeah.
You got big old claws."
Okay. I got this. 21 deception check to act as bug-like as possible.
You eat your husband's head.
What did I just do? Somehow I pulled the chat box out of Roll20.
That may be
Not out of
canon.
character for Ryoko.
Yeah, I now I just imagine one of your assassination missions. You technically got married to the person. And it's like, does anyone object? I do. You immediately shank him.
Absolutely.
So
No, I did it in the honeymoon suite. It's always better to kill the target when you're alone, and
Yeah,
everyone
exactly.
expects to hear weird sounds from there.
I would like you all
Oh
to do.
god, yeah, sounds like honeymoon, all right.
I did. God,
There's even a
Oh.
spraying of liquids involved.
Oh my god.
oh, he just said something about being stabbed. Oh, must be pegging. Anyways,
deception?
A collective deception check.
Can Ventra help me? Give me aid?
Nope.
No.
'Cause this isn't really something that you can. This is
I'm so bad at deception.
What's the little
I
hummingbird
didn't-
going to do?
Natural
Yeah,
20.
I didn't mean to sound so like flippant. It was just like I don't know how she would.
Rayan turns the same color as them.
Okay. The
Um,
chitinous brown.
See,
yeah.
I realize it's the same stat,
combo.
and I have the same bonus to it, so I'm just going to do this to be funny.
Oh, God.
Oh jeez. Combo.
I'm just a big bug, everybody. Look at me, I'm the same size as you guys.
More of
God.
Stealth. I guess you got a decent stealth for being a clunky. Oh wait, no, he is wearing plate, so it would be disadvantage on stealth. Wait, not stealth. Deception. Shit.
Damn, that's such a good roll, too.
Okay. And then combo. Actually, he would. Okay, I should have said animal handling could have also worked because it's. But
It's funnier this way.
If they start to look like suspicious of us, I'm gonna like
Kill them.
mage hand over here and like knock some rocks over or something to distract them a little. Just like as their buggy eyes are narrowing, there's a sound over there. What was that?
Oh god, your Skyrim guards them. Must have been the wind.
Okay,
Must
so-
have been the wind.
as you guys get closer, just moving the two of you up with them. And Onkig carries up, and another one kind of looms over on the ledge. Kind of goes up. The antenna, these ones seeming a little more invasive. But as you approach, the antennas kind of wave in your directions. There seems to be like a moment of like, maybe not aggression, but more like activity, as their body language seems a little more attentive and alert. But as they like flit over, Combo actually kind of steps forward and makes sure like the antenna brushes over the Onkeg helmet he has, and also the they brush over like the butchered deer before. Tense moment, it clacks its mandibles. Looks like maybe it's going to take a snap at you before it just kind of relents and just kind of settles back. Just seems satisfied.
Why is it always the weirdos they sent up to hunt?
Sorry, I'm cracking a chip.
I could be a great hunter. They gotta go send the freaks instead.
No, you couldn't, shit. Everyone knows you suck ass at hunting.
It's not my fault that the prey knows how dangerous I am.
It is your fault that you're always dancing when you're supposed to be waiting quietly.
It's a war dance of
It's
intimidation.
a dance that tells them you're here.
Their dance
Shit.
is the get stick bug meme.
Is the entrance here or is it down here?
There are multiple entrances, but Kano points up towards this cluster, saying that he goes, I'm pretty sure that is our shortest route. Like, I've kind of scouted it a bit before, and I'm pretty sure that would be our shortest route.
Okay.
There's a lot of twists and turns and, tunnels that are just meant for airflow and stuff,
Oh yeah, don't bees communicate through dance?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm now imagining those two on keg are aggressively shaking at each other, stick bugging.
As we leave, they're just dancing at each other.
Hissing and clacking and dancing.
Going up to this one though, this one seems again kind of you have to scramble up since these things they don't really worry about having to climb, although it's a little bit more effort for the rest of you. Or if you're in Yuan, it might have to lift up some of you up the step. But this Ankeg again approaches and seems a little more, or maybe not to anthropomorphize. It seems a little stricter, as it doesn't seem quite immediately satisfied. As it like you're just standing there letting this Ankeg sniff around with its antenna, lightly patting you. It's weird. It feels just like someone keeps tapping you over and over. But eventually Kama's just like, okay, bribe it. As he like tugs the leg, like one of the butchered legs, and just like drops it, and the Ankeg seems, well, let's see. Oh no, animal handling.
Persuasion.
26.
Hey.
As he drops it and kind of like at the Ankeg's feet, he seems to like, I knew it was hungry. As it snatches it and seems to like back up a bit and just seems to settle there and start chewing. He goes, yeah, it's probably just hungry and we're coming by with food, so as they sidle around, giving it space.
Yeah, a lot of the bouncers I know also they can be bribed with snacks.
It gets to be hungry work standing outside all night.
Yep.
So you've made it past the first stage without combat. There was a chance that your deception would have failed.
Yeah, and speaking of that, he's gonna bend down to Kamo. Seeing as how close we were cutting it there, what happened? Like, if we do get found out, is the whole hive gonna be looted or something?
I mean, once the danger pheromone starts spreading enough, yeah, it's not like they're psychic and they all like you kill one and they're all alerted.
But these are magic
But-
bugs.
I mean, I've studied a bunch of them from this hive, and I've butchered a bunch of them, and I haven't really noticed anything too abnormal with them.
Sarah.
Yes.
I have now we've all gotten a good whiff of these pheromones, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you literally doused yourself in them.
Would I be able
Normally,
to trust it?
Normally, it wouldn't be strong enough to like smell on its own, but because you're wearing the concentrated stuff.
Since I rolled with natural 20 for my deception, and I've now gotten a really good smell of it, would I be able to prestidigitation the smell more?
Roll the spellcasting modifier, the charisma, just
Okay.
to see, because this is you like try to figure it out magically.
21.
Okay, yeah, I'd say you can get a fairly passable replication of this.
As this conversation is going, Brian's like, God, what would be the motion for this?
Just, oh god, you mimic like an air freshener motion. And just,
Oh no!
I was figuring you do that thing in Monster Hunter World when they're spraying the powder dust.
liberally throw it around right and left.
Yeah. Brian just like swoosh, and there's some even more of the smell.
See, I know that you can't trust Joanna with magic because if he would do it, he would just do this little salt spray, like dangling from the fingers.
I did it.
Like he's salting everybody.
Yeah, so she creates a little bit of like a cloud of the smell.
Oh, that's pungent stuff.
That should help, right?
Well, it's definitely working on my nose.
It doesn't last too long, but
No, but
it's a good strong burst. It's not a super strong, but it's still a burst of it in the moment.
yeah, exactly. When they come up to
Since
check us
looking
again,
at prestidigitation wording is harmless sensory effect such as an
Yeah.
odd odor, which I'd say this would count.
yeah. That's why I asked. I checked. It was like, when does that go?
Yeah, because you rolled well twice, I'd say you would get
And it
that.
roll
'Cause
and it
normally
lasts up
when
to
it's
an
late,
hour.
that would be a little might be a little OP for a cantrip, but yeah, I'd say you got the good taste on the smell. I
Yeah,
like the way I worded that.
yay. I mean, it's the perfect way to describe it for her, unfortunately.
You're not even a serpent.
Do you taste through your skin?
Oh god. I taste by my existence.
Well, so
That's
long as
poetic.
you're not using it as a justification to be, to not wear any clothes.
Ugh.
Oh,
I'm
so
looking at you, Metal Gears.
God.
well, Kama was just like, okay, everyone, just single file after me. And
Okay.
I'll say, as you're getting ready to line up, which, on the map, line up how you will go in single file. Or if we'll see how people want to go. Now just line up behind Conwell here.
Alrighty.
Who wants to follow Conwell and immediately after?
So, you got any of that good shit? Like grasshoppers or whatever?
What?
The cake is just chewing down on this deer leg, the antenna waggling in your direction. And as you approach, it kind of like a dog getting defensive of the food, kind of like pulls in slightly on itself, but
Starts
That's
chewing
fine.
faster.
Be a greedy bitch.
yeah, it does kind of start chewing fast. So, or was like, okay, he will take the rear since
Yeah.
he's
As soon as the dimensions of the tunnel becomes apparent to Ioane, it's like, "Ooh." See, I'm afraid of going in front or the back, not because of any danger from the bugs. I'm afraid of getting stuck and stopping everybody.
pork. Oh god, there's a good chance Ioane might get Winnie the Pooh in one of these holes.
Oh no.
So, oh yeah, just because I realized on the map it'd be funny during the walk. Just just a little aside, Corona.
Mm-hmm.
The little hummingbird does buzz by you a few times, seemingly curious about this giant bird that her master is working with.
She makes
Hello,
bird
bird.
noises at the bird.
They're getting each other's measure.
Sizing each other up.
Violence, violence, violence.
Violence
But-
for
Bird to bird
others.
communication.
But yeah, the little Ventra does seem like just like a curious little bird and does fly up to like everyone occasionally and just, well, mostly hanging around Rayan, of course. But
She gets scritches
Following-
every time she's back. Rain is going to spoil the fuck out of Ventra.
following Kano into the tunnel, you can already tell it's actually surprisingly not as humid as you would have expected as you start going in. There is something of a breeze, as Kano did say that there is like a central ventilation shaft that kind of helps with air circulation.
Oh yeah.
But as you get in, you start going in, the tunnels are twisting. It is very kind of slick at parts, not because of like moisture, just because it's smooth. As you start realizing it's not really stone. It's like, if anyone wants to do a nature or intelligence check. just for fun.
What do I got? Well, I got a 1, but I guidance myself.
Oh, one.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it would be easy. That wouldn't be too hard. Looking at the, you realize that the structure of these tunnels that you're going into, parts of it are stone that they seem to have burrowed through. But also a lot of it is this weird mixture that you can't really place at first before you realize. It's an odd mixture of what seems to be stone and wood, kind of like mixed into, ground together into some weird composite that is what makes up this structure.
Oh,
It's got the similar texture to, like, if you've ever seen like a large paper wasp nest, how it has that kind of like rippled striation look of just the different layers that they've added on. It's similar to that. But eventually, Kamo, you do see other Onkig, and Kamo manages to, like, it's like, stuck down this side path as you kind of go, as you let some, trio of Onkig that were coming the other way pass by. They don't really seem too interested in you, besides like momentarily pausing to, wiggle their antenna at you and the deer before continuing on their way.
Ryan wiggles back at them.
But there is a point where, as you're getting deeper, it does get more humid and the acrid smell does get stronger. Do you bring out light sources, or are you relying on dark vision? Because this is dark in here.
I'm gonna trust Conmo's advice before we do anything.
That's a good idea, yeah.
And if anyone mentions it to him, because he doesn't seem to be all too bothered by the darkness. But he...
Who can't see in the dark?
Not me.
I can see in the dark. I'm cool that way.
Then Kamo goes, no fire, but if you have magical light sources, nothing too bright.
No fire, as in we might blow up, or they just don't
no
like
torches. They don't like it.
Uh,
They aren't carrying around torches, so it's kind of a giveaway. Most of them aren't using magic lights either, but he kind of shrugs.
All right,
Fire
everyone with
smells
dark
like fire.
vision, hold someone's hand so they don't get lost in the tunnels.
Who can't see?
Me.
Okay.
Me.
I grab Corrado's hand.
It's very
heart's so
awkward because she only holds on to it like very loosely.
Wait, can Ventra see down here? What's your sight? Oh no, I don't think Ventra can see in here. I don't know. Zero?
Put her in your pocket.
Yeah, she has dark vision.
Okay. No, actually, Ventra sits on your head. Right, sits on your head, Corrado, and just like chirps at you and like nudges forward.
Oh
She,
God, you're getting
pecks you.
ratatouilleed.
Yeah, she pecks you with her beak when in direction. Not like going for the the hypodermic stab, but it's
So,
still
like,
like
tap,
you're getting
tap, tap.
spotted by a needle. It's just like
It's like
not piercing your feathers, but
it's like I could end your life, little man.
so as you
And then I'll take
continue
Ioane's hand.
getting Ioane and Corona deeper in,
Mhm.
Ryoko
is
grabs
able to
Ioane's
figure
hand
out.
to lead him through the dark.
Oh.
Yay! I have two hands.
So,
Poor Orovir, does he see in the dark?
Yep,
Oh God.
he's able to.
Okay, it's like I remember someone saying it's like, oh, by the way, Dragonborn can't see in the dark for some reason.
Yeah, it's a fucking
Well,
fiend. No,
Well,
lizard folk can't see in the
Yeah,
dark.
no, I have written he has dark vision.
Yeah, neither can Dragonborn. I don't think.
The
Which
newer
is weird because
Dragonborn,
that's what dragons do.
the newer Dragonborn have dark vision.
Oh, good.
Um,
Somebody has sense.
I
Okay.
smell you and I feel your air. I hear your breath.
I feel your air.
So as you continue along, there is a moment where it starts. The acidic smell starts getting more pungent in the air, as well as the humidity. As you start descending a bit, Conmo goes, "Okay, we're getting to the part that I was not able to get past. It's don't touch the pools of acid. They've kind of spit up what I probably just defensive measures. So we are on this map. And I realize that using Fog of War on a map that is mostly dark is very inconvenient for myself.
I can
Places-
only see right here.
Yep.
I can see here too. So
Because you are showing up in this down here. So Conmo
Okay.
would be first. Or over in the back. Yeah, because you do see these like sitting pools of acid. They're not quite glowing like on the map, but they are still. Actually, no, there would be like a faint glow as Kamala will just kind of whisper. There's like a type of bacteria that like glows around them. Oh, just bullshitting that. I'm just bullshitting that in the moment to say why the acid pits glow.
It's
So-
fine.
I like it. I like it.
Glowing acid pits are cool.
it's Hollywood acid. Of course it glows.
Now I will need another round of deception checks or animal handling checks as you continue along this more intensive.
Ugh.
I'm better at animal handling, but that doesn't mean anything because I'm not trained in either one, so I'm just gonna use the one. Yeah, okay.
Also not trained in either one.
24.
12. Wait, no. Damn, I did it again. Meant to do deception for him.
Again.
Oh well. So, Conroe, though, rolled very well on his animal handling. He actually beat Rayan by 1.
Oh,
Yeah,
How
he rolled
dare.
like 25.
dare.
Why does he keep whispering his rolls? Anyways. So pretty decent. Okay, so as you go in, an Ankeg kind of steps forward again in that like defensive, not like defensive, but just like, oh, someone coming by curious way. As they step up and tap their antennas around Conmo, as Conmo kind of tenses up as it flicks underneath the helmet. Then he's like, there's just like this moment where he tenses up before it seems satisfied and just kind of, doesn't seem interested in him anymore.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Thankfully for everyone, it was a group check, not individuals. I mean, it was individual roles, but
It's a group.
you know what I mean. So, going up further. And as you walk by, you see the Anke kind of turn, and then there's that horrible noise as they just vomit up a gout of acid into this pool.
Ryan mumbles to herself. Yeah, I did that earlier.
They should probably get that checked out.
No, it's fine.
You think bugs get seasick?
Does another patch suddenly reveal itself?
Yes.
Yes. You know. Okay, actually, hold on. Oh,
Okay, so these are like, let's see. So as you get around, start going around this corner, I'm gonna forward here up a bit. That hurts. There is an Anke that is scurrying fairly quickly. Doesn't seem like aggression, but it seems like they're just on their way somewhere. I need everyone, just for fun, a little group dexterity check or acrobatics.
Oh boy.
ha, fuck.
Acrobatics if you're proficient, or just dexterity.
Lucked out of that one.
5.
You're gonna
In with
bump
the 12s over here.
You're gonna bump into the Ankeg. I'm walking here.
Yeah, okay. So
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
most of you manage to squeeze yourselves off to the side, as this thing comes scurrying by. But you guessed it, Joanna, it does bump into, Rand rolled the lowest. Does bump into Rayan and does give like a clack of its mandibles in annoyance. Maybe like not quite aggression, but maybe more annoyance. What are you gonna do? Because it is going. It's not like making an attack, but it's just like.
I'm gonna quickly pull Red
I'm
and
gonna-
tightly
oh.
hug her. Just
Okay. Never
get
mind,
her
I guess.
out of the bug space.
So, yeah, you rolled high enough, but you okay. You
Can
pull
I
Rayan out of
can I clack my knives together in front of my face like mandibles?
You can. Don't know what if it helps, but you do, and the Anke continues to scurry past when Rayan's pulled out of its way, slipping past the others.
No need to bring
does-
our mother into this. Damn.
It does clip into like Orovir for a moment, but quite as you're really the only one who can see it, as he just like kind of has this look of like and then just kind of spits out a little bit of acid on the floor. Like, see, I spit acid too, and then the Anke just continues to scurry down.
I'm a normal bug.
That's literally what Rayan was about to do before Johanna grabbed her.
Acid people think alike.
Aww.
Or acid themed, because your water genasi rolls.
Yeah.
Approaching into this little chamber, you do see that there are, as you get closer, Khan was like, "Ooh, well, don't know who that was." As he points into the pit, and there's a partially dissolved humanoid skeleton.
Ooh.
I sure hope that's not the person who was with us.
Which person?
What?
Oh, Mesha. No, but he would go. Which person?
Yeah, when we were coming back from the palace, somebody was with us, but when we actually swooped down to scope the place out, don't worry, we were clouds at the time. We didn't notice they apparently slipped away about that same time.
He kind of blinks at that, tipping the helmet up so you can actually like make eye contact. He goes, "Cloud, well, okay.
Magic.
Does she have a name?"
What was her name?
Mesha.
Misha.
Thank you.
Actually, let me see. Does he recognize the name?
He does.
Wait,
You all do.
Mesha?
Yeah?
Come on, right? Lives in a hut.
Well,
Well, she was caught by
we found her as
demons.
a prisoner.
And well, yeah, I never really went to her place, but I ran into her one time out in the jungle. She said she lived in a hut on the western side of the island. She bought some acid from me, some of the on-cake acid, but traded me some homemade wine. Wasn't bad.
You don't think that's her?
Um, I mean, shade elf woman living on the island named Maisha might be her.
No, I mean the bones.
Oh, yeah, I
Um,
don't know really.
Because I don't know why she would have dropped it, disappeared.
Maybe she went
Victor,
home.
Victor zips over, like hovers above it, and examines it.
Yeah, you won't be able to get close to it without potentially suffering acid damage to your single-digit HP familiar. But
Oh.
the yeah, it's mainly just muscle and bone by now. It's not pretty.
Wouldn't be able to tell either way, huh?
I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm going.
Okay. I'm going to reveal a little bit before you go further. Oh no, the hiccups.
Oh no!
Oh.
As you approach, you see Comno kind of grumbles as he points at an on-keg that's kind of plugging up a smaller tunnel. He goes, "Well, that's the shorter way, but let's go this way." As he takes you this way,
Do
and
we need to go that way?
That one, the
no,
bounces.
it's just longer.
Hold on. Hold
It
on.
seems like it's sleeping.
Hold on. Hold on. It's sleeping.
Please voice what you're going to do before you do
I'm
it.
I'm looking through my spell list. I
But-
can literally use my mage hand to make a sound over there to wake it up.
But do you want to do that then? Is that what you're trying to do?
She's saying to the rest of the party.
Well, Conmo, you said that's the shorter way. How much time does it save?
Yeah,
Really?
a minute.
I think we can live.
Yeah, I it's just like, oh my god. Somehow I grabbed the on-keg minimized spell sheet as I was trying to grab Conmo, and I couldn't unselect it, so it was just dragging everywhere. I couldn't interact with anything. It literally felt like I got a piece of paper stuck to my hand from like syrup or something. It's like get off me. But yeah, no, it was just like a little thing of the map. It's not really like a significant obstacle.
Sleeping on the job.
There is another acid pit as you go walking by it.
It's so amazing they don't trip and fall into their own acid.
I mean,
they do sometimes, but
just doesn't bother them.
I mean, they don't stay around it that long, but they pull out before it has time to eat through them. Their insides are more acid resistant than their outsides.
Huh.
Noted.
You're actually supposed to transport their acid either in glass or their own internal organs.
Huh.
Hey, I have some empty glass. Because we've drank a lot of potions.
Yeah.
Can I fill up some of those with acid?
Sure. So you bend down to scoop up some acid?
I use my mage hand. I do not put my hands to that.
Okay. You dip it in. Your mage hand sizzles a little bit, but doesn't take the damage. As you scoop up, let's say you get 2 acid vials, which would be the same kind as in like Player's Handbook.
Yeah.
And as you're doing that, do a perception check.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
You're the one interacting with the pool.
Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Okay. You get your vials of acid.
Can Dentra give me aid?
You don't know what you're looking for. You're not like
That's
actively
true.
looking.
God damn it.
But you know what? You got a pair of people with some absurd passive perceptions. So you don't really notice it because you're like just dipping the vials in remotely. But Corona and Quiet Hearts, you have a keen enough ear that even muffled by the sound of or muffled by the acid, the liquid, there is a faint clink, like glass on glass.
Oh,
Not that Rain doesn't hear it, but the others
yeah.
do.
Hmm.
Glass.
What's
Yeah.
that?
There's
Yeah,
clinking
I
glass.
filled up, huh?
Glass on glass.
Rayan shuffles over to where Chrono points out.
It's where you dip the acid violin or the violin.
Yeah, she like shuffles over a little closer, not squints at it, brings out her mage hand again, like feels around.
Okay, do a charisma check to do this faster. To see if you can keep your mage hand composed as you're digging through acidic.
Oh my god!
7. Okay, I will say that you do, now that you've pointed it out and it's going where it was directed, there is that like faint resistance that like that you like faintly feel when you're moving something, but then your mage hand dissolves.
Ah!
You can recast it.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it again
Okay,
because now I'm
but
determined.
as you're doing this, Oriver kind of sees this and goes, "Wait, hold on, let me." And he goes
Oh.
over and just plunges his hand into the acid, fishes around, and then pulls out. He goes, "Oh, wow!" As he pulls out what looks to be a short sword made out of glass. It's
Ooh!
kind of flicks the glass, the acid off of it. Doesn't seem to have bothered him at all. But
Glass?
as he goes, dwarven glass. As
Oh.
he goes, the grips melted away, but that's be able to wrap it up.
Huh.
Can I see that?
He kind of like again make sure there's no more acid on it before handing it over.
I'm gonna look at it with my detect magic.
Okay, there is a magical essence to it.
Ooh. Oh, this is kind of magic.
And, without having, just do a quick little Arcana check. But you recognize the flavor of the enchantment. Okay, it is a +1 glass short sword.
Oh, cool.
Which most of you would know. Glass weaponry is specifically made by the dwarves of the Four Main Archipelago, and it is a very closely guarded recipe. The weapons grade glass. And it is
weapons grade glass.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
because like normal glass isn't really.
I know. I understand. I'm just that name is amazing.
yeah,
Sounds like a band.
The dwarves they make pretty much everyone except maybe Rand would know this, but the dwarves they make underwater domes, cities or settlements. There's only a couple that can be considered city sized, but yeah, they use glass a lot, and glass weaponry is usually reserved for special members or people who can afford it. But you now have a +1 short sword. It counts as a +1 short sword, but it is made of this glass.
It's awesome.
I've always wanted to check. I've always wanted to see one of those glass cities.
Here.
Well, the cities.
Oh, cities. Oh. Sorry.
Because it sounds wild being able to just
hold on.
look out into the ocean.
Keep talking. I have a phone call.
God, that sounds large.
just be able to, see all the sea creatures in their native environment.
Yeah.
Preferably when they're not trying to kill you, or vice versa.
Fair. Do you want the sword?
No. I'm afraid I'll break it or something.
Oh no,
Exactly.
you shouldn't break it. It survived the acid for who knows how long. I don't think you're gonna be able to break it that easy, one, eh?
I hit things real hard. There's... You
Acid.
don't give me pretty things, okay?
Hey,
That's just something I learned a very long time ago.
frowny face at him.
Everyone's showing their internal trauma today.
Mm-hmm.
Frowny face at him.
But yeah, it counts as a short sword, finesse weapon.
Okay. Does anyone want it, or otherwise just hold on to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think everyone can use it, although Ryoko might be the one to get the most use of it. I'm not saying it's that's who you have to give it to, but
It is a
No,
+1 weapon. It would be it would help.
Useful. Yeah. Yoko,
I'm always down for more blades.
this is made of glass, so you'll need to wrap up the pommel to be able to hold it.
yeah, you'd be able
Now,
to just wrap it up fairly easy.
yeah. But yeah, here you go. +1 short sword, TT. It might be better than your Guiron blade.
I don't know about that, but we'll see.
That one's got special magic. This is just very well made.
Yeah, but I mean, the Guiron blade can make the shurikens.
Do I add strength or dex to this?
It is a finesse, so that you can use dexterity or strength,
Yeah.
whichever one is higher for you.
Okay.
Which it's shaped pretty much like a standard short sword. It's not not too fancy, but just by its make alone, it is definitely looks like it should be more of an art piece than something that should be practical.
That is technically an improvement on the Guiron Blade's blade part.
Can you short or can you dual them?
Yeah, they're one-handed
there's a-
weapons.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's a reason that she can't.
you can just swap between them for whatever you need.
Mm-hmm.
Also, yeah, at range you can use the shurikens. At close range you can use the short sword.
So as you continue along following Conmo, you come to a fork. Come on, roll 20.
I think I can.
No, it was I clicked the reveal area thing, but then it wouldn't. The little window wouldn't go away, which was covering up the place I wanted to reveal. So he goes, okay, head to the left. Or actually, no, he revealed it. Yeah, to the left. She was going to do this thing about smelling which way to go, but
Which way is on? What's to the right?
you want to check it out?
Kinda.
Okay. So it kind of goes in, and there is a tight squeeze. Actually, a fairly tight squeeze. As he goes in, goes, oh, this looks like it's whoever follows him in through the tight squeeze goes, this looks like a bone pit.
It's not going there.
Oh,
Hmm.
I think that's swell.
Can I see anything in there that's out of the ordinary?
Using detect magic, there's no magic sources, and as you look around, it looks to be a bunch of acid pitted and broken bones. A lot of them animal. There might be some humanoid, but they are also broken. You can't really tell. And
Okay.
he goes,
What's the point of that?
he goes, they might be incorporating it into the structure. Maybe it's just a trash receptacle.
They might also be trying to getting at the marrow. Bone marrow is actually. Never mind.
Well,
Oh, no, you're
bone is a
right. It is.
construction material. Depending on what bone you use, is pretty good.
Yeah, it might be what's mixed in with he taps the wall. The composite. Wouldn't be the first time, but they're not really. Kind of shrugs. Bone's not really that great of a construction material since there's like you have to wait for it to grow. But since they're hunting so much, I guess why not, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we use chitin. They molt that stuff, and we just pick it up afterwards.
Oh yeah. You're not much of a fish dude, but I've seen some pretty big, ridiculous bone structures. I mean, hey, wasn't that one city we were heading to got that big ass snake?
Oh yeah, the Serpent Spine Bridge. I've seen it before, but yeah, that's jeez. I would not have been wanted to have been on that ship when that thing was slithering around. But as you follow him into the darkness, you start coming around the edge, and I'll just reveal the rest of it.
Snake that big, I'm pretty sure the sea levels would have dropped a little bit.
Yeah, pay no attention to the little bit of writing down. Wait, no, I didn't get there. It was just the artist signature for the map. So he goes, "Oop, watch your step. It's a little
Tight.
yeah."
Oh,
There was like an oncade kind of roaming around. As you get into this chamber, larger than the rest, that you can actually see. Ooh, excuse me. Off in the distance,
guard?
and Conroy kind of lowers his voice, going, "Oh, there's one of the defenders I was talking about." And you smell that as he kind of sniffs at the air. If anyone wants to, perception checks.
God, let's see how bad I do this time.
I mean, anyone can roll it.
Yeah. 16, not bad.
Okay. Oh, Corona with the natural 20 perceptions.
Why does she keep doing that? I don't need to see that hard.
This one's about sniffing. And yeah, as you get down here, you start realizing the pheromone smell that you've kind of gotten used to now that you've been slathered in it for almost an hour now. But Chrono, it's something you notice. It's like there's like a change in the smell in the air. But Chrono and Yowana, you it's hard to place, but you definitely can tell that wherever this pit, it actually not it's not really a pit. It kind of no, it is a pit. Yeah, it leads down. It seems that it's definitely wafting up from there.
Smells like we're getting.
Yeah, that's the smell of the nursery. Okay, so yeah, he's gonna try
So
to.
you ever got past one of those things before?
No, I try to go up, and it started, tapping me, and then it started to get a little more invasive and more pushy, and I decided it would be better to skedaddle before it got more wise to that I'm not one of them.
I'm gonna look to Rayan. Sounds like it's the time for your trick.
Oh, right.
Now, I will say that if you're planning to use the Earth Elemental's Earthglide, this is not considered unworked stone. This is considered worked stone in a way.
Well, this doesn't have Earthglide, it has burrow speed.
Oh, right.
Earthglide is the full-on conjure elemental.
Oh, you're doing something else?
Yeah, summon elemental is just like, it's like Deltozar and my Shadow Spawn.
Oh,
they have
right. Okay, yeah. They're their own little stat block,
Yeah, get out of the way
which
first.
I need to make for you now. You have so many summons.
That's my point!
He's gonna point out, maybe over at that.
What?
Over there.
Oh, that
Okay.
is another wall.
Yeah, it might be a good place to drop your Earth dude.
You're saying over there, but I don't see where you're referring to. Oh, actually, I was gonna do like. Well, that would be a good. Yeah, actually, over here.
There, bro. You're getting snuffled.
Okay. Are you ready?
Kind of was like, so we're just gonna try to sneak past it or rush past it? Is that what your plan is?
Well, my hope is that it'll chase my elemental away. Can they burrow real quick or no?
Yeah, they burrow. Although you kind of glances around, they typically don't try to burrow within their own nest because it might compromise things.
Okay, well my elemental can burrow.
But I mean, they might burrow just if they're pissed off enough.
Yeah, my hope is to actually like lead it away, so we can just get into the chamber.
Oh yeah, yeah. If something starts digging around here, that might be able to.
Yeah.
What does the defender look like?
I don't have the. So let me bring up. Oh shoot! I should have had this up already. Where is that?
It is very cool art, that token.
I can't remember where I got the art for it, but I did have a physical description written down for the cast. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I just found it right away. Okay, the Uncag Defender. Come on, Google Docs. Stop lagging. Defender. Okay. Burlier than its fellow Uncag, the tiny eyes of this creature are only visible when it lifts the great shield of a head to assess you. And similar to the like crown, like the helmet like heads that similar to the helmet that Kano has, that the normal Oncake have. This one is grown much bigger and broader and thicker to be like just a slab of chitinous armor. Kind of like a ceratopsin, but just no horn.
Buxceratops.
And the antenna are like very flat and like lift off of the like they're like much smaller than the others. This thing perhaps doesn't have the best senses.
Okay. Stronger but it sacrifices other things.
Yeah, because I don't imagine you'd want to have big things for to grab onto. Because that head of it looks like a fucking weapon.
Okay. She like, scoops up a pebble. Okay. All right. She like breathes on it, and then she chucks it over here.
Okay.
Pebble hits the ground, and then the ground around it is like pulled up into it's pulled up into the shape of Rayan, but made of stone.
Okay.
That's a pretty good likeness.
Oh, I didn't know you had this spell, so I was going to have.
I don't intend to use it for like a fight because my whole goal is to just keep this Ankeg away from us.
Okay.
So if you're worried about like stats,
Yeah, let me look it up on 5e tools. So is this a summon elemental? Because
yes, summon elemental. Come summon forth an elemental spirit and manifest. Huh?
Oh yeah, no, I'm going. I've brought it up on.
Okay.
Okay, so it's in Tasha's. I'll remember that. 40 feet burrow and medium.
resists piercing and slashing because it's an earth form. Immune to poison, as well as exhaustion, frighten,
Yep.
paralyze, petrify, poison, and unconsciousness.
So,
It speaks primordial.
yep. And what spell level are you casting this at? Fourth?
I'm a warlock, so it's just level
Yeah, no,
4.
I mean, what is your spell casting level at right now? Fourth?
4th level.
Okay, so 50 HP.
Yes.
The earth elemental
they-
appears and starts cursing in a foreign language.
It can speak primordial, apparently.
Yep. It appears and just goes, rock, rock, pebble, pebble, rock.
Okay.
Oh god, it's an earth elemental rapper.
Oh no, no, it is not. No. I
So
just thought it'd be funny.
what are so it's just start making noises?
Yeah, it picks up a rock and throws it at the, not like to hurt it, but gets attention. Chucks a rock at it.
Okay. And both of them, in this chamber turn around as suddenly a portion of the wall starts moving. And when it throws a piece of rock at the Ankeg defender, it hunkers down. It just kind of
Turtle?
seals itself. Yeah, it kind of turtles up, so it pulls its legs in, and you realize now that it's like with its large shell-like head, it's protecting itself and reducing the exposed areas of it.
Oh. Very
Now, this
cool.
other Ankeg,
Well, shit.
13 does not hit because it's 11 plus the level of the spell used.
Yeah, it does not hit.
So you've got the attention of this Ankeg.
Oh,
Let's
that's
try to-
something. Do we want to? I don't know if the other one's gonna move. What do we want to do here?
Big bastard just got us sat down, huh?
Yeah.
You
Real.
don't even hear the stealth sound of Ryoko disappearing.
You know what the only problem is? I'm already gone. Dion Kegger looking around. She's in the walls.
Yeah, Ryoko, I would say that only because of your... So there are a combination of factors that mean only you in this party would be able to pull this off and sneak up on this thing. Because it has tremor sense, but you have Boots of Elven Kind, and you crit. So you aren't making enough of a disturbance as you just tiptoe your way over closer to it, because this thing is focused in this direction, so you're able to get around its beady little eyesight.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
is that-
What?
What?
Is this where we want to go?
Yes.
Okay, then that's
No, this.
okay.
You have to climb down this pit.
Yeah,
according
yeah, that
to
way.
Combo. But now that you get closer to it, and it, because it's not it's blocking most of it. It's not that it's not completely blocking it, but it just fill up a good portion of this.
Sucking your gut a little bit.
But you look down, and because you have dark vision, it doesn't go too far. It's only like 20 feet deep before there's another section, the next layer or level.
Hmm.
And it doesn't look to be like it might be a kind of a difficult climb because the sides do look fairly smooth. You'd probably be able to, just slide your way down there, but the rest would probably have a little more difficulty clambering down.
I guess my elemental's just fighting this on cake now.
Do I go on my own, which is probably stupid, but I got past here and do a little reconnaissance?
Yeah, I was about to suggest actually, if you could do some reconnaissance, see what's immediately down there, and if there are no immediate guards, maybe you could make a distraction.
Yeah,
That would-
fuck it, I'll do that.
Yeah,
That would
and
convince it to
what's
come
funny? Oh, this would be the perfect time. I wish I knew how to do this without I wish I knew how to do this confidently. where I could split the party on the maps so only Ryoko sees what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you could take a screenshot of your
Oh my god.
layer.
Oh no, did I get rid of the...
Hmm?
Where's the... Okay, I've thrown him. Jeez. Looking at the maps, I couldn't find it. I was just like glancing over it because the portion of the map it focused on for the thumbnail is just like the most gray spot of it, so it just blended in with the others. Okay. I was a little worried there because I'm like, oh no, don't tell me I got rid of this.
Oh no. Yeah, I guess my elemental's just punching this Uncake back.
It's a slap fight. But yeah, I suppose you could take like a screen cap.
Oh my
and then
god.
DM it to Ryoko.
Does 15
Yeah,
hit?
you know,
I'm down the hole, gang.
Oh god. Does a 15
Okay.
hit an Uncake?
on King, I believe it does. Yes.
Okay. Then I'll roll 2d10 plus 4 plus the spell's level, so plus 8, which would be plus 16 for both hits. Okay. This is for both hits. 28 damage.
Okay. Yeah, both hits. This thing is did a lot of damage to it. Gonna bite back.
The stone ring just fucking punches the Uncake.
15 would hit. So
That hits, yes.
you take
So-
3 slashing and 1 acid.
Alrighty.
But
Watching Punch
Okay.
out in the corner. Meanwhile, I was like, where'd Ryoko go?
These two are just fighting, I guess. D20.
okay. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out if I can do this.
I think you can put people on different maps.
Yeah. So I have just William C selected. Here, I'm gonna try to move you to a previous map. That
Ah,
did
okay, we're
everyone
here.
get?
Everybody did it.
Okay. Okay, so I'll just take a screenshot and send to her.
16 and 25.
Both hit.
Alrighty.
Oh, wait, no, I can't do that because there's hidden stuff on the map. I'll just have, once you deal with this thing,
25 more damage.
you crunch it. Yeah, in 2 turns, the elemental.
Oh my God!
shit.
I was not expecting the elemental to be so effective.
Well, I mean, spoilers. Base on Keg are only, CR2.
Still.
But, so, Ryoko, you drop down to this next layer, and it goes a bit further. As, there are actually a couple of different tunnels that split off from here. Actually, how well did you roll for your perception up there? Yeah, do another perception.
Okay.
And it is not completely dark down here, because now you're actually starting to see, like, little clusters of orange light or yellowish light that are, like, little mushroom clusters, bioluminescent fungus.
Well,
The shrooms.
I do want to
So-
be annoying and note that I do have dark vision.
Yes, no, you are a tiefling. So, no, this was more about, like, sniffing around to try to follow the pheromones, like Conmo suggested. So, while Ryoko's down there, what are the rest of you doing?
First thing, what you always gotta do is look around to look to the rest of the party. It's like, all right, so the big guy isn't taking the bait, and where's Ryoko?
Conmo and Orovir also look around, like Orovir leans back to look back the tunnel they came. Did she leave?
Kurono
Oh.
just kind of looks at you on angles. You know where Ryoko is.
Everyone in the group slowly turns to the pit.
How?
Ow!
Okay, forget that. How, one bug is down, but how are we gonna move the big guy? Because he seems pretty intent on staying put.
Well,
That uncle gave me a fucking heart attack just now.
Oh no!
oh fuck.
I didn't know if anyone noticed it.
We did now.
well, my elemental's going up to punch this on kick in the face.
Oh dear, things are gonna happen.
Going after the defender? Okay,
Yes.
roll an attack.
$23.
Even with its hunkered down AC, that hits.
Awesome. Second attack. Soft 20.
That just meets its increased AC.
Oh god.
You get the sense that as it hunkered down, it was increased its defenses.
Yeah. That'd be 26 damage.
Okay.
Rock'em sock'em robot.
Okay.
Well, while you're having fun with Pacific Rim over there, we're in them.
yeah.
11 does not hit.
no.
So it like rears up, and the rest of you can kind of feel the like weird stone wood bone composite beneath your feet. Just kind of there's a tremor as it just rears up suddenly and slams its head down like a hammer. But the stone, this elemental figure, sidesteps it. So Ryoko. You take
It's time for my fun solo adventure.
Every rogue's got to have one in a game. So, you sneak around a bit, and you're not sure where to go because there's all these tunnels, and you hear your friends up there. You hear that thud of something heavy smashing into stone, and you're just like, okay, where do I go? Where do I go? Fortunately, you're not sure where to go really with that 10. You just pick a random tunnel?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so you're going to wait. Okay.
I'm not that fucking dumb.
Okay, yeah, you're not Fred in this game. So...
Oh god, I really can't imagine Fred walking through a giant termite mound. Oh boy!
If that was Fred, I absolutely would just be fucking wandering through here. But I'm playing someone who's fucking competent.
Just Fred tossing rocks into the acid to watch him sizzle.
Oh, look at it go! Jeez. Glad it's not me. Man, this floor is slippery.
Oh no.
Watch as it dissolve, just like my love life.
Oh my god.
So,
like my marriage.
Okay, are you all just standing back watching the elemental go?
Yeah, are we just watching this happen?
I mean, there's no
Kano's
lot
just
you
like
can do.
he kind of like looks kind of nervous. He's like glancing back at the way you came, just like, oh.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about the bug right next to us.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Hold on, BRB.
Should we get involved in this fight, or should we just let this happen?
We should probably not get stuck in. Try not to get bottlenecked.
Okay, sorry,
It's
someone
fine,
knocked
yeah.
on my door. So,
Yeah, that's my thought. We should not get bottlenecked.
Yeah, I think we should just get these two out now and just go for it. What do you think?
Yeah.
well, 6 seconds are up. What is your elemental doing?
Still fighting.
Okay. Roll for its turn as you're all discussing this.
Yeah. 18. It's gonna miss, right?
Yep.
19. Damn.
It's gonna-
Yeah. Well, now that it seems to not be able to find purchase as this thing is now in attack, mode.
Yeah.
Can't move, but it can headbutt.
That hits. Woof.
So
Larger,
only
smaller.
6 damage, and
Okay.
make a strength save.
Oh god, what is that for this thing?
No. 4.
Da-da.
A +4.
A +4. Okay. D20 +4.
Oh,
8.
should have switched the soundtrack. I realize you're still hearing the jungle noises.
I
8
get
damage.
pushed back.
No, yeah, you get pushed back 5 feet. That's it.
Yes.
Um,
Maybe it'll chase me.
The bug's
I
giving it
took-
as good as it gets.
And I took 6 damage? Yeah, 6 damage.
but it doesn't move. It's just standing there.
God damn it.
Standing there, it realizes you're just like me, trying to make history.
Okay. Acid stream, son.
What?
Oh god.
Acid stream, son.
Oh.
All of us?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you are in a nice light. If there was an Ankeg nearby, that would be perfect. But not at the moment, though.
Um,
I'm
okay,
seeing the keg right behind us, and I'm just like,
what's that Outkeg doing? Just watching?
it's probably wondering why the fuck we're blocking the road.
Oh
no,
god.
this one is still asleep up there. I just keep moving it just to jump scare you.
Oh god damn it.
Okay, it's like, oh, I should go probably check on my post. It's like, ah, fuck, these guys are still here.
I mean-
If things start shaking, more, things might, drawing attention. So
I need to do something.
Well, yep, let's go.
it did look like I'll say your elemental did bloody it,
Oh, okay, then
but this
Go
thing is
ahead
not moving
again.
from its spot.
yeah. Go ahead, Elemental. You got this. Well, no, not 2d20. Oh, whatever. Okay, that was an 18.
2d20.
18 plus 7. No, hold on. That would be 25. And
Yeah, so the first one hits.
18. Okay. 1. 10 plus 6. Oh, God. 8, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus
slam.
8.
Yeah.
Eh. 16 more damage.
Okay. Yeah, it cracks, sends a big crack through this, armor, the shield-like crown that it has. That it is. It starts leaking its buggy blood.
Ugh.
Headbutt.
Oh my god. That hits.
I'm a headbutt.
7
Jesus.
damage.
D20 plus 4. Will you say plus 4, right? Oh, yeah, plus 4.
Reasonably speaking, we should intervene, and yet
16. Yeah.
watching the bug and the rock golem go at it.
Yeah, you picked a really funny thing to go after this because it's just brute force versus brute force. What's going to win?
Yeah.
They
I
are
like that
just
the other
slugging at
Onkag
each
is
other.
just doing nothing.
Oh,
Okay.
this one?
Oh,
Yeah.
It's dead.
he's dead.
Dead.
Who's
Yeah,
dead?
the elemental killed it first.
Yeah.
Well,
There's some Pacific Rim stuff going on right now.
Okay,
What do you-
If
so
we get involved in the fight, the
Ooh,
other
that's-
Ankegs are gonna notice.
both hit.
that's what we
Okay.
named this elemental, Gypsum Danger.
Oh
Yes.
no. It's in danger.
God
Oh,
damn it.
damage.
God.
Yes, this is
No,
Gypsum
roll
Danger.
damage.
Oh my
Roll
God.
damage. They hit. 20
Okay.
is its AC when it's hunkered.
Teach me that caused me
29.
Physical pain.
So, yeah, just both fists rise up and just bring it down on that crack again.
It really is gypsum danger.
Yes.
Like
That's
the
why I
seeds are
described it
playing
that
in my
way.
head.
And so, yeah, you just bring your fist out on this, crack it. I just realized what time it is.
Oh God, yeah. I didn't realize how late it was.
So,
Well, we can all.
Let's
Uh,
read with
Ryoko-
Ryoko real quick.
yeah, Ryoko, you look up at and you see the now limp body of this defender just slide down the slope in a bloody acidic trail.
I'll just sidestep the bloody acid.
And Khan was just like, okay, we need to hurry because that was a lot of vibrations. I sure hope they didn't hear.
Hey, on the bright side, we didn't cause the vibrations, and we didn't get any like blood on us.
The stone elemental shaped like Rand gives a wave.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure we did cause vibrations. I'm pretty sure that was the thing that happened right in front of our eyes.
No, like I said, I did, but we didn't.
So,
Anyway, let's
Still,
jump down.
vibrations happened. Let's get down there.
I'll just say, for speed of time, you can use a combination of the rod of holding and your rope of climbing to get down there. Everyone
Woo!
can get down there. Kuroto would probably have to click the rod and flutter down herself. But you join Ryoko. You're just kind of chilling down there, waiting for them.
There you are.
Wasn't just
Yep.
there, I hope.
Well, I wanted to do some reconnaissance, and then I saw that this was a maze, and decided that going through that alone would be very dumb.
Smart.
Oh.
Conmo says that at the same time. But he goes, okay, nobody breathe a second, as he starts sniffing at the air. You're not sure what breathing really would interfere with that, but maybe he's just being weird. But he sniffs around and goes, there. As he points down one of the trails, and he goes, and after a moment, you squint down there, and it's one of the paths that has some of more of the fungal growths with the light. But following into your trail again, following Conmo, you traverse and you have to avoid some other onkeg. There's are you still carrying the deer, or did you drop that off?
Still carry
right.
the gear. I don't see why we would. It's a good way to bribe them.
Okay. So some of the some onkeg go scurrying past. I'll say without having to waste more time with just another deception. They sniff at you intensely before one of them goes up to the large deer that you've been carrying with Yuane,
Mm-hmm.
and it very firmly reaches out, grabs it with its mandibles, and starts trying to drag it away.
Right.
Do you relent? Do you
Fine,
relent? Or,
take it.
and it seems like it's when you resist a second, it gives readjusts its grip and tries to take it more, and when you let go, Conmo's just and it doesn't seem like annoyed or anything, but goes dragging it off, Gary, and Conmo goes, oh, it's probably just taking that to the nymphs for them to eat.
What goes our bargaining chip,
wait.
though?
Wait, no, follow it.
Oh.
And you start following this onkeg, dragging this body down. And
So, a little question. What you said there was nymphs, like fairies?
no, that's just what you call the juvenile forms. So you know how some insects start off as maggots or grubs
Yeah.
before they turn into their adult form.
Uh-huh.
Some creatures like these, or termites, or roaches, or mantids, the juveniles look like the adults. They don't shift their form. They just have that same form their whole life as they grow.
All right.
Oh.
It's just terminology. I don't know where it comes from.
Oh yeah. There things in the water do that too, kinda.
And sorry, what?
Things in the water kinda do that sort of thing.
Oh yeah. But as you follow this on keg, following you start seeing some more of these little growths, and eventually you pop out into this chamber in the upper left. As you come out into this very large chamber, almost seems like it might have been a cavern that got expanded upon, or a cavern that they chewed open.
Ooh, big map.
God, I have 3 tokens to take Draco right now.
And Oravir's, or not Oravir, Conro's just like, oh, I've never been this deep, but we're close. As you enter this area, and you know what? I'm just going to reveal more of the map. I don't know why I had it. Yeah, here, as you can see past, I'll just say, so we're okay with, should we end here before we start doing like the big boss fight?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Okay, but I will reveal the boss arena though. Oh. I'm trying to find a good spot to like reveal it. Okay, I'll just do it in chunks.
Oh. Oh wow.
That's definitely a boss arena if I've ever seen one.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, as you see this chamber with many entrances and exits, you realize this is kind of like the nexus nest of this hive. You know, many tunnels dotting away as you see on a few oncage milling about. But off in the distance, in Conwell Points, you see another pair of those defenders just kind of milling about the other side as Conwell points and goes, that's got to be the Royal Chamber. And as you are, you
Gypsum Gate
peer
for narrow
across,
eyes.
I think only Rio, there's ambient lighting down here, and you'd see there is some in that chamber. But Chrono and Quiet Hearts, you'd probably be the only ones keen-eyed enough to really see that far. As you see a large figure, larger than any of the other Oncage you've seen, kind of seems to move and shift in there. You can't see clearly in that chamber, but there is something large in there. You have come to the heart of the hive. That's where we'll pick up next time. Maybe Amon can race up and catch up.
And once you enter the hive, you'll never make it out alive.
Oh God. The Onkeg musical.